Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, Car Bliss, Metro Detroit Chevy Dealers, Rose Pest Solutions, Enterprise, Detroit Area Toyota Dealers, and DTE Energy.
All rights to this broadcast are reserved to the NHL and the Detroit Red Wings. Any broadcast, recording, transmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written
It's Rivalry Week, Michigan versus Michigan State. Live from the Fiji House in East Lansing, here's Mike Valenti, Rico Beard, and Jim Costa on 97.1 The Ticket.
All right, let's get it. Hey, hi, we're live on the air. All right, thank you. All right, we're off and running here.
Perfect start.
Sweet Jesus.
Hey, we can go anywhere we want.
Hey, what
just
happened?
have to wear the black M and
What
you
happened
get
to
to go anywhere.
What happened to
I think
state
he's-
security? Good God.
He's the video guy.
I don't care.
The pre-scout.
All right.
The pre-scout
Oh,
guy.
is that where you're getting
that's
all our
the pre-scout
plays?
guy, yeah.
It'll be a short job. We only run 4 of them. Welcome, Jim.
Welcome,
to
Jim.
Beats today.
Yeah, why don't we settle everybody down here? That's John Jansen's voice. He's joining us to start the show, and then he's got better things to do.
Yeah. Hey, we got any Wolverines out there? All right.
Awful.
John, I asked you, but I need everybody else to know. Were you hit with any batteries or any paraphernalia on the way
No
out?
batteries, no bad language. I mean, I know they're big words, 4-letter words, but does any Spartans know those 4-letter words?
You know what? Guys, give me a... Boo this, man, would you please?
I'm trying to egg you on. Nothing. Come on, what is it?
God, this
We
is
are going to be
a
getting
nightmare.
after it
This is a nightmare.
for the next
boy.
3 hours.
I mean,
guiding people
look
to
at,
kick off.
but I will tell you what I am impressed with and disappointed at the same time. Look at the infestation of these scumbags in yellow.
I know, it's beautiful.
What a
isn't it?
disgrace.
A lot of
This-
maize and
I'm going to
blue.
tell you.
Hey, there's our guest down there. Came up here just a second ago. Yeah, there you go.
There
go
you
blue.
go.
Go blue.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, look, I mean, we talked about it. We're going to be here until 7. We're going to have a good time with it. We'll talk some football. Penn State, Ohio State was something. I think it means a lot for one of the teams in today's game.
Not
But,
Michigan State.
Jim, I'm aware, and if your smarm continues, you're going to end up right down there.
Did you think you were getting no smarm for the next 3 hours? I was going to be a gentleman?
I don't know, man. I was kind of hoping for it.
Okay. Based on the car ride, you know what you're in for.
I'm emotionally fragile right now.
Hey, let's
so.
hear it for Rico Beard.
No, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Where's no helmet, no visor?
Nah, you two just go ahead and have your conversation.
Well, we have John.
Yes,
Let's
the
make
ticket,
good use
everybody.
of John Jansen while he's still here.
Please
All right,
do.
so go. Here's what I want to do.
Yes.
You are mad at me. Spartan fans are mad at me because I'm not confident in any way, shape, or
Hey,
form.
you're sandbagging.
No, Mel Tucker ruined this entire
He didn't
damn
ruin
game.
it. Look at this crowd. Look at this. He didn't ruin this rivalry. He can't ruin this rivalry.
They're in college. This is what you do. The team could be 0-12. You do this. You didn't know this because you went to a safety school with no football team.
And that's off on the bingo
Tucker
card.
brought
2
it
minutes
down.
in.
Tucker brought it down.
Thank you.
Not as far as he's taking it.
Thank you.
And by the way, we
Not
talk
as
about
far as he's
directional
taking.
schools. What direction is central?
Right in the center, baby. Right
Like,
in the
we
heart.
got east, west.
Right.
You got all these different directions, but central?
Straight in Middle Earth. Hell is where. Have you ever been up there?
Yes,
It's a
I have.
complete hellhole. So please, no, here.
I didn't want you to be left out.
Hold on.
I
So here's
appreciate
what
you,
I
buddy.
want to do as we start the show today. Let John build a case for this not to be what I say it's going to be. John is as honest as it gets. Go ahead. John can't.
Oh, you mean that a case for it not to be a blowout?
Like, I think it's a 45-6 game.
All
It's
right.
Hauser making his second start. It's a team that has an awful special teams unit. It's a team that leads the country in turnovers against a buttoned-up, deep machine that, by the way, might be motivated based on what happened this week. I'm sorry. I don't see it, fellas.
Well, the only way that it's not that because the trend, the tendency is for it to be that way. But we both know I played in this game, and it is going to be fast to start. It's going to be physical, and I don't care if it's green and white, maize and blue. They're going to come out, and they're going to hit you in the mouth.
Yep.
And we'll see this offensive line. Now, this offensive line has not been hit in the mouth, and they have not played, when I say this offensive line, I'm talking about Michigan's. They have not played like they have the last couple of years. I want to know what it looks like when they get hit in the mouth and how they respond.
Yeah, Michigan has the slow starts for pretty much all season long. For MSU, the adrenaline, the emotion lasts probably the first 5 minutes. What do they do in those first 5 minutes? Mike, don't say anything.
If there's
what
a
do
play,
they do?
if there's a big sack, if there's a fumble,
Right.
if there's a turnover,
Exactly.
if Caden Hauser steps back and just launches one and a receiver makes a play, in the first 5 minutes, that matters.
Right.
After
Now, if this is one of
why
those
not?
where Andrew Anthony catches the ball and goes 90 yards,
Yep.
it's going to be a long day. Because at that point, I think they roll over and show their belly. Go ahead.
No, I'm allowing
That's
the
your
adults
chance.
to have the
You
conversation.
think they're lighting a match and burning the program down today?
I mean, that's what Mel Tucker did.
Michigan State, there's a storyline here that isn't just rivalry, anything can happen, which I know is part of the conversation too.
Okay.
Rivalry, anything can happen. How about this? How about Michigan State beating themselves more than anything else? Penalties and turnovers. How about a clean game at home? You don't beat yourself. You stop the run. You stop them in the red zone. They've done that all season.
The problem
believe
is
this guy, John?
9 turnovers in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
Here's
You
the
are
thing,
who you
Cookies.
are.
In all fairness,
And I would like to think that they don't turn the ball over. And there's always that possibility.
John, here's the thing. Last 2 games, they've actually done enough to win, but when you turn it over 9 times, you don't beat Rutgers, you don't beat Iowa.
Did have fourth quarter leads though.
All right,
Both games.
But guys,
Yeah, but it's Iowa.
Let me.
Like,
Can I just
ranked
enter this
Iowa.
into
Do
discussion?
they have an offense in Iowa?
No, and that's my point. Hey, guys, the last time they played a team that was Michigan's caliber or a cut below, it looked like an NFL team versus a high school team. It was the afternoon we played UW. Michael Penix could have thrown, no hyperbole, for 800 yards in that game.
Right, but here's the
Sorry.
thing, and as John can attest to, you got more emotion in this game. Washington
you
came
do.
in there, and it was Washington, and you want to beat them, but okay. Hey, Michael, can I get your autograph, and will you pose for a selfie with me?
Right.
For this game, it's genuine hate. They don't like each other, and they're going to go out there, and for MSU, this could rally their season. As bad as things have been.
Let me ask a question of John, okay? Why does Michigan get off to slow starts? What is it?
Well, I mean, they have it home on the road.
They've been lights out.
Yeah, it's been a pick 6 and 14 points against Minnesota. It was an interception by Kenneth Grant, 350 pounds of him, and then another touchdown. So it's in the first 5 minutes on the road. It hasn't been slow starts. It's been 14-0, and then it's methodical. So unless you get a big play defensively, it will be a slow start because Michigan's offense, as much as we want to say they're explosive, they're dynamic, they're just not yet. And it is going to be a very methodical pace offensively. Even if they're not huddling up, JJ's going to take his time. It's not going to happen fast. There's going to be a couple of, 3-4 play drives, and then all of a sudden the method kicks in. And before you know it, it's 52-7, and that's what happens against a team like Indiana.
Is that when Sergeant Stallion kind of beams it down from the drone and we get the secret plays, or what do we got?
Yeah. It's
I don't
straight
know.
to your. I mean, have you seen? I saw the commercial today with the little eye thing that comes down. I hadn't seen that before. I mean, this is perfect. Like the Marines, we got the Marines on our side. Now
do?
all of a sudden,
I got
we
news
can
for you.
have them beaming it right to that.
You know, in all fairness, that's actually one of the smartest hires ever. I never thought about that. Is someone who could break code.
Yeah.
You just don't want to go
Public with it.
True or false? He was in Columbus today on his paid vacation.
Yeah, true or false, it would have been about a 5-minute assignment scouting us. We run 4 plays. Thanks,
Yikes.
Jay Johnson. John, final prediction. Just give it, and then I got business to take care of. And don't be shy. Just
No,
say
I
it.
think it's 42-7.
There you go. I say 45-6, I get made fun of. You say 45-7, he kisses your ass over here. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice?
Say hi to Doug Karsh for us. You can get the hell out of here. It's John Jansen.
Hey, go Blue!
Okay, turn his microphone off. John, we'll talk. Thanks
See
for
you,
stopping
John.
by, John.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it, brother. All right, let me take care of some business here. Football is here. You know what that means. You got to upgrade your television. If you're not up here in East Lansing, that's okay. You're home. You're warm, enjoying a nice evening in the man cave. Thanks, John. Go to Paulson's Audio Video. Get yourself the new TV you need. Upgrade. They got the best products, the best prices. And here's the deal. The absolute best install team in the land. So go to paulsonsav.com. Prices always as low or lower than Amazon Prime or Best Buy. paulsonsav.com. It's Paulson's Audio Video.
97.1 The Ticket.
And all the insurance companies said the same thing. We won't pay.
They'll pay.
Listen, Femininio, he won't pay.
This next one's going out to David Femininio with
Attention shoppers, we won't pay.
The insurance companies never want to pay. When you've been involved in an auto, truck, or motorcycle accident, they'll set up every roadblock they can to prevent you from recovering. Let me handle that. They paid, and I will make them pay you.
You might not realize it, but tonight, you made a difference. Tonight, you ordered a little love, hope, and pizza. Because even though you just ordered a pizza for dinner, that one little purchase helps make a big difference. For every pizza purchased in the month of October, Hungry Howie's will make a donation to the National Breast Cancer Foundation, all on our way to raising $5 million. So this time, you didn't just order pizza. You ordered a little love, hope, and pizza.
Hungry Howie's.
Temperature drops, the excitement rises, driving a new GMC Acadia from Moran Buick GMC in Taylor. Stop in or shop online at moranexpress.com from Moran Buick GMC, where you always get the best price, period.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
to redefine yourself,
to improve yourself,
to challenge yourself,
to realize there's more in you
than you ever knew
that you could do.
It means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools,
the best training,
the best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
So you can be all you can be.
At Kroger, the proven quality of Kroger brand products will make you feel like you're winning. And at lower than low prices, you'll save at checkout too. Kroger brand products, guaranteed you'll love the taste, or we'll give you your money back. Now that's winning. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Rivalry Week with Valenti, Rico, and Costa on 97.1 The Ticket.
And as you can tell, it's going to be a loose show today.
A little bit.
It's going to be loose as we get set for Michigan State. Rivalry Week comes to a head today. We are live.
Got something for you guys.
What?
Just real quick, because what I want to do, because obviously this game has lost some of the luster, but obviously people are having a great time. Score update.
Okay.
We're going to do some college football today.
Yeah.
From Tuscaloosa in the first quarter. Tennessee 13-0.
Oh. Woo! Rocky Top.
I'm telling you. I've been saying it since summer.
Didn't see that coming.
No, dude, Bama's toast. Keep it rolling.
Beautiful. We're going to check in little Penn State OSU later in the hour.
Yeah.
Implications for Michigan.
We'll talk about it. Because I came away today with a big opinion on that.
And a couple Big Ten West games. Someone's got to play on the other side.
We're not talking about
Someone's got to play in the other half of the Big Ten title game. We'll mix in some scores as we build up to the game. Now, I don't know how many calls we're going to take today, but we do have someone that wants to jump in. And, hey, why the hell not? Let's hear from...
We've reached the why the hell not stage one segment in.
Tommy, we'll make sure these work. You're on the phones. You're on 97.1, Tommy.
Hey, what's up? What's up, gentlemen?
Hey.
Yeah, I'm talking about this game. You know what? This is the one game I talk about all the time. And, you know, the one thing that scares me is, like, I go back to 1990, you know, like, you know, Freddie Brown tackling Desmond Howard in the end zone. 3 officials, all in position to make the call. They're all looking at that play. Not one of those officials had the balls to make the...
You want to know a funny story about that? I actually talked to Eddie and said, did you actually, was it just a good play? He was like, oh, hell no. I tripped him. I tripped him. He was going to win a Heisman Trophy? To hell, he wasn't going to let him win that game.
Yep.
It was only going to be a penalty.
Yeah, you know, he tripped him on purpose, and you know there was no call.
Well, here's another thing. He could have caught the ball.
It hit him in his chest.
He dropped it.
Yeah, you know, he was like,
so
it was
Tommy,
behind him.
Bring up a game from forever ago.
When he got tackled, Mike, when he got tackled, the ball was way behind him. It was very hard to catch that ball.
Tommy, I don't give a rat's ass. So what are we talking about here? That game was 33 years ago.
I'm talking about
today. How about this, Tommy? Have a nice day. I don't know what we're doing.
This is what it said. It's
Tommy's a few drinks in already.
And he's not the only one a few drinks in.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about
I blame
game,
cookies.
Cookies.
And this is the reason why he called. Apparently, he said Mike and Rico are sandbagging this game. Now, I don't want to lump you in with Mike, Rico. I don't think you've sandbagged.
I don't care. Go ahead.
I'm not sandbagging that, but as I said, the funny thing about that, Eddie Brown was like, oh, hell yeah, he was a Heisman Trophy winner. I tripped him. He was not going to catch that pass on me, so, yeah. No, as I told John, here's the thing. It really depends on if MSU goes out there in that first quarter. If things go bad quickly, they can't recover. They've shown that with Rutgers. One bad punt.
They got a glass jaw.
Right, they're glass jaw Joe or whatever. If they come out there,
is that a Mike Tyson punch-out
reference? If they come out and in the first quarter, because Michigan plays slow, they get a lead, they get confidence. You never know what could happen. That's when the rivalry kicks in.
Right.
They got nothing to lose. If you're hard, you know what it is? It's what we talk about every Sunday. What I don't want Dan Campbell to do. Harlan Barnett can do all of that.
Bust out all the tricks today.
Go for it. No punting. No nothing.
2-point conversions.
Everything.
He's not.
You're not keeping your job. So just go out with gusto. Guys, half of you won't be on this team next year. Let's go out with style and flair and panache.
The sandbagging thing.
He's not wrong, by the way.
Yeah.
I can't argue any of it. I won't try. But, like, I don't care. Listen, all I'm saying is, and I don't, of course I can't. Losing is losing, right? Losing by 1, losing by 100. I never make an excuse like somehow, oh, that was a quality loss. But I'm with Rico on this. Like, I don't think anybody out here cares if they lose 34-10 or 52-6. Right. Give yourself the best shot to win. Mm-hmm. Just go, literally, for lack of a better phrase, you just let it all roll. Like, you let it hang out.
I'd be honest with you. Yeah. First play, if Michigan wins the toss and defers, I mean, as soon as I'm onside kicking to them. What does it matter?
Rico's at the blackjack table in Vegas. He's letting it fly.
Reckless abandon.
I can't argue with it.
There's no reason to play conservative in this game. I would run plays out there where I would have all 3 quarterbacks on the field. You never seen this one. You didn't scout this play because we just made it up in the parking lot.
How many stealing that side?
How many scouting references are we going to have before 7 o'clock?
If it was a drinking game, it'd be a problem.
It would be. All right, now what were you asking me about the sandbagging?
No, the sandbagging thing is this. Like, I know how much this rivalry means to you. This is a night game in the rivalry in East Lansing, and yet the tone all week from you is the most disinterested presentation. You're going to let Mel take this from you. You're going to let this team take this from you.
No.
The game is still going to be played. You haven't gotten down 45-0 yet, Mike. That's what I've been a little disappointed is I
Mel
know how much
Tucker-
this means, and you've let the rivalry be watered down for you.
I
Not
didn't-
everybody else feels that way.
No, if Mel Tucker, here's my beef.
Don't. Oh, okay. I thought he was about to do his impersonation of Mel Tucker.
No,
I was like,
no.
Keep his phone down.
My issue is simple. Mel Tucker let down everyone out here.
Yeah.
He let down all of their families who have him at school here. He let down the players. He let down their families. He let down the donors who paid his dumbass money. There you go. Yeah, keep it chopping. Man, to hell with him. F him. He ruined everything. And now you got a team where now I'm going to talk about Rico's buddy Harlan Barnett. You got a coach whose headset is playing Kids
is
Bop.
down. He listens to people.
It is plugged in.
It's plugged in.
It is rudderless.
It
so
is
Jim,
not rudderless.
Like Jim, this rivalry means everything to guys like Rico and I. I don't know if you're aware of this. Like, dude, I grew up with zero.
But see,
I'm the first person in my family to go to college. I wanted to come here. Now, I know Jim, hold on. He didn't get to experience this because he didn't get into the school he wanted to go into.
Didn't apply.
I wanted to go to Michigan State. I hate Michigan. I hate Michigan more than world hunger. But don't take, here's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to lie to them.
I'm not asking you to.
I'm not going to do that.
Here's what I'm hoping.
Oh, let's
No,
hear
no, no.
Rico's hopes. This ought to be good.
Mike, the same passion that you have, same passion I have, I'm hoping that Harlan Barnett brings that. He played in the game. He's a Spartan as well. So I hope he can translate that to this team and say, guys, I don't care what their record is. Let's go whoop some ass.
But here's the difference. So, Rico, you predate me by a few years, not a ton. But even when we were not good. No, I'm not. I'm saying he's got a little bit more of a reference point into the mid-'80s. MSU, those teams were tough.
Yeah.
They were tough as nails.
Yep.
And even if they were 6-6, they were going to bust your ass.
Yep.
This team doesn't have that, Jim. So, like, it's not me sandbagging. They don't have it.
The problem with this team, it's that they don't have the leadership. When Mel Tucker walked out the door, everybody's looking, and now they look at Harlan Barnett and the rest of the staff as substitute teachers. And we all know how we treated our substitute teachers.
You don't think I want to get on stage and tell them, hell yeah, we're gonna hit these guys with a hammer? I can't. And look through my radio career. I don't come up here and sandbag this game. 2015, we were down 7 starters. I said we're going into Ann Arbor and going to win. When we were an underdog with Cousins in the big house. Oh, you can't win there twice in a row. I said we're not only going to go to your place, we're going to drop a bomb on you. But I can't do it now. So I understand the smarms a lot over here. I can't lie to these people.
Where it comes from is you get this game once a year. Once a year.
I'm aware.
And I know you're big into the portal now, but you don't get to opt out of the rivalry just because your team's in a bad position.
So
and
what
that,
would you have me do?
I would have you still be invested in the game. I mean, you're here. You're going to watch, right? Because that was in question earlier in the week.
Oh, we talked about it. If it's half, like for instance,
yeah.
If it's the early second quarter and it's 17-0, MSU's got nothing going on. Let me tell you what's going to happen, and you're not going to want to hear this, but Rico will agree with me on this. That stadium will evacuate. Spartan fans are not going to sit here.
I don't blame them.
In cold and rain, and it's going to be 50% Wolverines. So you can blame me, but all I'm doing is being honest
Mike,
with people.
I'm not saying it's required of fandom to sit through an ass whooping with your eyelids, pried open with tweezers. I'm not saying that's the requisite. You don't have to shackle yourself into the stadium and suffer if it turns bad.
Here's what we can do.
But it hasn't turned bad yet.
All right, here's what we can do. If you want to build a case, you can call in 248-539-9797. I don't plan on doing a ton of calls, especially based on the first call.
Tommy had
already been in Grandma's medicine cabinet. So we can take the calls. But if you think I'm sandbagging it, call up. Go ahead. It kills me I can't build a case. You think this is fun for me? Like, you think this is a good time where, like, I know we're 24-point underdogs? This sucks. Oh, Rico, blow it out your ass.
Yeah, make that face again. I live for this. This is great.
Hey, right here. All right, let me take care of some business.
Throw the number out in case people want to participate.
248-539-9797.
Please be sober.
Yeah, preferably. Wouldn't that be nice? All right, let me take care of some business, and then what do you want to do next?
We'll go through a little blitz.
All right, we'll do the blitz. And we got to get to Penn State, Ohio State because there's a big takeaway.
It's in there.
All right, let me take care of some business. When you've been injured in an accident, whether it's slip and fall, auto, truck, you name it, David Femininio, the guy you need to call. Rico, it don't matter. Let him yell and scream. It's fine. But
he's waving to the people. He's a favorite.
GetDavidGetPaid.com. David doesn't take a fee until you get paid. It's 855-65-CRASH. GetDavidGetPaid.com. It's David Femininio.
97.1 The Ticket.
At Kroger, the proven quality of Kroger brand products will make you feel like you're winning. And at lower than low prices, you'll save at checkout too. Kroger brand products, guaranteed you'll love the taste, or we'll give you your money back. Now that's winning. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
You might not realize it, but tonight, you made a difference. Tonight, you ordered a little love, hope, and pizza. Because even though you just ordered a pizza for dinner, that one little purchase helps make a big difference. For every pizza purchased in the month of October, Hungry Howie's will make a donation to the National Breast Cancer Foundation, all on our way to raising $5 million. So this time, you didn't just order pizza. You ordered a little love, hope, and pizza.
Hungry Howie's.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
To redefine yourself.
To improve yourself.
to challenge yourself.
To realize there's more in you
Than you ever knew.
that you could do.
It means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools,
The best training.
the best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
So you can be all you can be.
Experience fall's beauty as you find new roads in a new Equinox from Moran Chevrolet. Stop in or shop online at moranexpress.com from Moran Chevrolet, where you always get the best price, period.
What does 50 years of flavor mean? It means 50 years of movie nights, 50 years of ball games, 50 years of game nights, and 50 years of parties. For 50 years, you've made our fresh dough, real mozzarella, and famous flavored crust part of your family. And we want to thank you. From the bottom of our flavored crust. Now get a Howie deal for any budget starting
Hanging out live, Fiji House, East Lansing, game day, rivalry matchup, Michigan State. Jim Costa, Mike Valenti, Rico Beard. We're getting you closer to kickoff at 7:30.
I want to know what they're drinking in the front row over there. They got the gallon jugs.
Those are Borgs.
I mean, they got a lot
What
going
are
on
they?
down there.
Borgs.
What are boards?
It's like blackout
oh, really?
something gallons.
It's something.
Yeah.
They got a lot going on.
Before
out there
I was in
crowd.
college.
Dude, those days are done for me,
Well,
man.
you want to tell people as we're driving up and you're watching all these parties on these lawns?
I said, the version of me that was up here doing that, I go, that guy's dead. I'm tired.
Yeah, this. I asked Cookies, like, was this like life for you in Central Michigan?
Yeah, we
This
could party
was not
hard
life
there.
for me.
No. If this was Central, this parking lot would be empty. The kids would all be at a different game. What, are you kidding me?
Hey, they get drunk before the games. They don't always make it into the games.
Yeah, I was going to
in
say,
Mount Pleasant,
Kelly
Michigan.
Short Stadium.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
Anyway,
you want to do a blitz?
Yeah, let's do a blitz. Can we get a little music?
Now, do you want the scoreboard now or later?
Let's go to the scoreboard after we get to the big noon game.
Yeah, we
Ohio
gotta talk
State
about
topples Penn State 20-12 final score. Michigan fans watching, waiting to see if there was a threat in the Big Ten. Rico, is there a threat in the Big Ten?
Yeah, I think by the end of the year, it could be Ohio State. They still got games that they can work it out. Because here's the thing. McCord just kept overthrowing Heresy.
Yeah.
The plays were there. The timing was off. So that's the thing. It wasn't like the offense was stuttering. James Franklin went James Franklin. I mean, he really did exactly what I thought he was doing.
Hey, question for you. Why, with 8 minutes to go, balls at midfield, you're down 13-6, your defense is elite. Why are you going for it on 4th and 3 there? You have no passing game. You're not going to run it on 4th and 3. Why did they do that?
Because James Franklin is trying to jumpstart this thing. He's gambling right now. He's not thinking. He's just trying to go out there and get that play. And what hurt him was the scoop and score fumble. And he thought, oh, everything worked out. Wrong. Flag on the play.
You and me both. It would have changed the game.
You and me both.
Is there anything to salvage with Penn State, or are we waving bye-bye to their season?
No. Here's the deal.
Their defense is elite.
Their defense is elite, and here's the key. They're going to get Michigan in Happy Valley. Their corners are elite. Michigan does not possess Marvin Harrison Jr. Sorry, I'm using his name. I'm like the
Maserati
Mike. Who calls him Maserati?
The Don.
Nobody calls him that. Right. My point is, you can't throw them away yet, but I'll tell you this. I don't know why people were clamoring for Drew Allen, because I don't get it. I don't get it. And
you know why? Because you went out there and you saw what he did against West Virginia, and it was the first game, and you're thinking you're going to build upon that.
Rico, and I understand. I make my jokes about Jay Johnson. Hey, that offense, Rico, they don't throw it more than 10 yards. Now, maybe the receivers.
Some of that is the receivers, but at this juncture of the season, if you don't ever challenge people ever, you're a game manager, and the guy's 6'5" with a howitzer, they don't ever use it.
So let me ask you this question, fellas. Let's go to the other side of things. Instead of talking about what Penn State might not be, let's go with what Rico said. What Ohio State might be. Because here's the deal. As good as we think Michigan might be, they have played no one. Ohio State has gone to South Bend, say whatever you want. The defense led the day there. And now today, I understand. The offense for Penn State is not dynamic, but they dominated them defensively. Maybe OSU's defense is good enough.
Yeah, the thing with Ohio State is it's McCord getting comfortable with that offense and getting comfortable. And remember, they didn't have Travion, they didn't have Abuka.
No.
So you're missing 2 key pieces, and you still found a way to beat the 17.
But here's the other thing. I can't believe, I love that we're doing this. It's basically, I think both coaches are morons. James Franklin doing what he did. Ryan Day did the same thing. You're up 10-6. You lose 2 yards on 3rd and goal. It's now 4th and goal from the 3. Take the points, get up 7.
In that kind of game?
And again, this is a tough team. You're running a 5-wide screen from the 3, Ryan.
That's the thing I would say. We're talking about tough teams. Where was Lou Holtz? Ohio State is not the team they think they are. They get down in the red zone, chance to blow it open, stuffed on 3rd down, stuffed on 4th down. That would be the thing that still holds them back. They got to go to Ann Arbor, and they are not built to get the tough yards.
I do think one thing to watch, Rico makes a great point with some of the injuries at receiver, but Stover is kind of a revival of the OSU tight end.
Farmer Gronk.
Well, I think that's a kid that by the end of the year, McCord's getting more comfortable with him. So go ahead. I don't want to take up the whole segment on that.
I'm sure every Michigan fan who just is taking the victory lap already, this Ohio State team is going to be better. I think it's going to be a test. It's going to be a game, the final game of the year.
And if you wanted to bet it, it's Michigan -3.5 future line.
And they're at home, right?
Yep, in Ann Arbor.
So basically they're saying it's a 50-50 game.
Yep. Which I don't buy yet, but I wanted to offer it to you.
Stick in the Big Ten. Someone has to win the West. Game's going on right now. Mike, mathematically, factually, someone has to win the West. Rico, I don't know that he knows that.
Rico said this best. No. The Big Ten commissioner should go in and just go, here's the deal. All of you suck. You're not going to the game. You're out.
Yep.
You're out.
Michigan, Ohio State,
who wants
let's do it
to
again.
See any of that garbage?
I don't think we want to, but we're going to be subjected to. So who will be standing in that spot? Okay, Iowa playing right now, 3-3 with Minnesota.
That's what I need. I took the under.
Okay.
Oh I took the under in all the Big Ten West games.
Dude, it's criminal. Criminal. The Big Ten West is a crime on
Iowa
football.
down to a backup quarterback, no Eric Holm, the star tight end.
No Lachey.
And guess what? They're the favorites to win the West.
And Luke Fickell now, no starting QB at Wisconsin. Terrible. Yeah, absolutely terrible.
Mike, you got some other scores. Give people some games that matter.
Sure. Happy to do it. So Bama, Tennessee is kind of the lead. Bama driving. They're in the red zone, but they are down 13-0 midway through the second quarter. Here, Northwestern Nebraska. It's another crime against football. 6-3 in the second quarter. There, Illinois, Wisconsin. 6-0 in the second quarter. This division is criminal. What do you got? Texas up 14-0 on Houston.
Cruising.
And where's Oregon, Washington State? That's tied at 3.
Tied at 3?
Yep. 3-3.
Not down spot for Oregon. And they lost last week. Maybe emptied the tank against
Yeah,
Washington.
no.
It's 9-3 Washington State.
Upset alert.
Mistakes were made. Not great.
We will monitor that game.
That might be a loss for me today. We'll see.
Oh, boy. We got a lot to do still today. Top 10 moments in the history of this rivalry. I put together a list.
That's fine.
And
I'll give you some.
You guys tell me if I got it wrong, if I missed something.
I got no problem going down memory lane. We can do entire segments on that stuff.
We have that. We will attempt sober phone calls, 248-539-9797.
We're just terming them sober calls.
Attempting it. Anyway, much more to get into. Michigan State, storylines, rivalry. It's 97-1.
All right, so
You might not realize it, but tonight you made a difference. Tonight you ordered a little love, hope, and pizza. Because even though you just ordered a pizza for dinner, that one little purchase helps make
Old
a big
Nation
difference.
is elite,
For
even
every
if your team's not. Check it out. Ask for it by name wherever you buy your beers. OldNationBrewing.com. That's OldNationBrewing.com. 21 and up. And as always, please drink responsibly.
97.1 The Ticket.
You might not realize it, but tonight you made a difference. Tonight you ordered a little love, hope, and pizza. Because even though you just ordered a pizza for dinner, that one little purchase helps make a big difference. For every pizza purchased in the month of October, Hungry Howie's will make a donation to the National Breast Cancer Foundation, all on our way to raising $5 million. So this time you didn't just order pizza. You ordered a little love, hope, and pizza.
Hungry
Howie's.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
To redefine yourself.
To improve yourself.
to challenge yourself.
To realize there's more in you
Than you ever knew.
that you could do.
It means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools,
The best training.
the best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
So you can be all you can be.
Embrace the season's change as you find new roads in a new Silverado from Moran Chevrolet. Stop in or shop online at moranexpress.com from Moran Chevrolet, where you always get the best price, period.
Listen, David. I'm telling you that we won't pay.
I know, I'm looking at the case right now, and you will pay.
No, we won't.
There's no doubt you will pay.
No, we won't.
I'm telling you, you're going to pay.
I'm running around in circles with you.
Look, I'm sorry, but you will
No,
pay.
we won't. All included, no takebacks. David? Hello?
Guess what? They paid.
and Costa on 97.1 The Ticket.
Rico's out taking selfies with people, passing out slices of pizza. He is
Rico, that's really sharp on your part.
What?
I went down into the madness. Rico's up here like I'm above this stuff. Here, I'll hold the phone up.
No, he's a man of the people.
That's right.
He's mingling as we hang out in East Lansing today.
And I figured out what's in the
boards.
gallon jugs.
Yeah, what's the drink of choice?
They said it's orange juice.
Nah,
sure it is.
Yeah, orange juice, right? It is. No. Yeah, I wish. I'll need that around 7:30. I'll need lots of that. No, so I'm not going to give a plug.
Right.
Something you flavor water with, vodka, and then you cut with some water.
Right, but
So
it's
like-
a gallon jug. It's an
Yeah,
all-day
but
beverage.
all right, so when we were in school, we did it different. We would do like garbage cans.
Yeah.
And it'd be the cheapest vodka you could ever find. I'm talking like Mohawk vodka. And then you'd buy like 30 lemons, and you'd buy one of the old school, remember the bricks of sugar? You'd throw that in there.
The
and
old
you'd
school jungle juice.
You'd fill up the garbage can, but it tasted like lemonade.
Yeah.
But if you didn't watch it, you'd be walking
Yeah,
into
actually, you
you'd be
couldn't walk
walking
out
into
of the
a
house.
caddis stand.
Yeah.
Those days are done, man. But no, they're doing it right. It's the
And they
only
are.
way you can stay
Well,
warm.
and that's the
See,
key.
he's got orange, blue. There's
Blue.
yellow over there. They're doing it right.
Little red over there down the line. Wolverines,
Dude,
Spartans
he's
getting
got the
after it
green.
today.
Don't ever graduate. Just stay right here and do this. This is as good as it gets.
I think they intend to.
Right.
Anyway, here we are.
Anything after these
Dude.
years, and you got to pay a lot of money for it.
Dude, if I had someone paying for my education, I would have done a 5-year plan regardless. I couldn't afford to stay
Go
in
7
school.
or 8 Van Wilder.
Dude, yeah, you do the Tommy Boy reset. I'm at Marquette for 7 years.
But that's what this rivalry is. It's energy. People are out today.
Yeah.
No one told them it's a 24.5
Cookies
point
is
spread
selling
today.
this.
No, I mean,
Listen, hey, he ought to be working the ice cream stand at the stadium. My God, you're hawking melting moments while you're at it.
No, you don't have to do that. Those are just good on
they
their
sell
those are just
themselves.
good on their own
Yeah,
accord.
that's right. But I mean, like the people, they don't know it's 24.5 points. They're
No,
just after
there,
they're
look,
getting
see, there's
after it.
orange right there. They're doing it right. They got a variety packet of the Boombas going. They're doing it right.
That's right.
See, the other thing that's popular on a day like today, you got to have the Jell-O shots. You have to.
Mm-hmm.
Quick, easy.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you cold. I'm just saying, that guy's dead. But, you know, there were methods back in the day. There were methods. All right, what do you want? You want ticket text or calls? What do you want to do?
We can take calls. We can take ticket text 248-539-9797. I believe you challenged people to make the case. Shot, no shot for MSU. Is there a path to being in this deal? So 248-539-9797. I don't know if the ticket texts have been passed along to me. We do have some callers. Let's go to Joseph, who's up next. Joseph, what's up?
Gentlemen, how you doing?
What's up, JoJo?
Oh, man, again, Michigan State grad. Here's the thing. We have no chance today. Here's the thing. You got to start drinking, right? Like, you're at, this place, the other place. You have to start drinking because we don't have a path to win the game.
There you go.
So,
Your
Costa,
cookies.
I
The
don't want
case
to
is
hear from you.
booze.
You're too young.
Cookies, argue with this man.
Yeah, well,
Yell at him.
listen,
No one's going to make the case that I will step up to the main stage.
I want you to.
And I will tell people how this game ends up closer than the spread indicates.
You tell the 1,000 people that are out here, State's going to win tonight. You'll be a hero. They'll carry you into the stadium.
No, a difference between winning and the spread. It's been, since 1985 that they've lost by that many points in Spartan Stadium.
Ding, 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 ding. Harbaugh was the quarterback back then,
Listen,
1985.
I get it. But can I say one thing? You guys cut me off.
Joseph, we can't hear you. I apologize. Thank you for spending some time and calling in today. I don't know what he's saying.
I
at this
like
point.
that Jim hung up on a guy that was yelling at him. I see how this show's
I would like to
gonna
go back and forth with
Okay,
him. I can't
Stoney.
hear him.
All right, Stoney.
Let
Nice
me
job,
speak.
Stoney.
Let me speak. No, if you want the case, it's what Rico said. MSU, terrible or otherwise, bows up at home in this rivalry for 30-plus years.
Here, I'll
as
make-
bad as MSU has been this
Rico.
year, they can stop the run. They're good on third down. They're good in the red zone. That's a recipe for keeping a game closer than it should be.
All right, do you
Caden
want-
Hauser,
you want
I'm
me
not
to-
done.
Oh, my
Caden
God.
Hauser, the highest recruited quarterback in a decade.
Who cares?
Gives them a little bit of a spark. That's part of the case today, right? Caden Hauser has to give him a little bit of a spark in this game.
May
He can't be
I-
a dud. He can't be a turnover machine like Noah Kim was.
Hold on. Just one thing.
No, please.
Rico, mom and dad have to talk.
Okay.
Son, go get in your room. Listen to me. It's his second career start, and
Right.
he put up a whopping 239 yards of offense last week.
3 touchdowns.
I'm done.
Didn't
Okay.
turn the ball over.
Talk to your son. Talk to your
Oh,
son.
Rico, you tell us about Caden Hauser. You followed him since he was a recruit.
Rico knows the family.
Here's the thing. You always play. Remember, Rocky Lombardi had a great first game against Purdue. Went out there, threw for 3 touchdowns, looked like he was going to be the next. And then in week 2, no jokes aside, once they get tape on you, things change, and they realize your tendencies. I mean, look at Rutgers. Rutgers took the half and said, you know what? He likes this play and this play. We're going to take him away from him.
And
Let's
when
see what
you
he can
only
do.
run 4 plays, that's very hurtful.
Is it really a detriment if MSU just threw the offense out this week because all the signs were stolen? Like, isn't that not necessarily a bad thing?
Listen, here's another thing.
You just back to basics. Here are the 10 plays that are new.
But like,
we're going to run them. We're going to run them well.
This is the thing. I'm not going to bore the crowd, and I'm not going to bore the listeners. I mean, the reality is we're having fun with the people.
Yeah.
But this is an over-the-air program. Plenty of people driving around. Guys, you want me to build a case. Here's the problem. Rico knows it, and he agrees with me. We don't like anything that the offense does. We don't like conceptually what they do.
Mm-hmm.
We don't like formationally.
You don't like 4th and 1 shotgun runs?
No. Then you get into sequencing and a complete lack thereof.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing about this offense that I like top to bottom.
Now,
Nothing.
the only thing about the offense is you may see a few new wrinkles, a few new starters out there that haven't been starting that they're going to put out there today. So.
Well, the new wrinkles, something you hit on. It's also part of the case. Tricks. What do you got in your bag of tricks today? You're emptying the sink. You're not saving anything for anybody else. They lose ugly today. The portal's going to get flooded.
If you were going to hit the portal, you're going to hit the portal already.
I agree with Rico totally.
Here's the thing, and I'm going to toss a softball right down the middle of the play for him.
I won't say a word.
Trick plays. Well, you do have Mark D'Antonio back on staff. He was the king of the trick plays. There you go. There you go, Mike.
I'm not going to do it. I have too much respect for you and for Mark. I'll leave it alone. Although maybe someone should tell him nap time's over.
There it is. There it is.
You knew what you were going to get.
No, but in all seriousness.
No, I thought I'd actually get a little more. I'm not kidding. I really thought when they were going to have D'Antonio babysit, he would play a little bit more of an active role. Not like leading the team out or anything.
I don't think he could because
Why?
I think a lot of people were all wondering the body wasn't dead yet. It wasn't cold yet with
Of
Tucker.
who?
Tucker.
Oh.
When him walking back in kind of makes it look like, did you help orchestrate this him getting
stop
out of
it.
there?
Stop.
Mike, that was just the look. It was.
You say you wanted more. Is this not the matchup you would see the more if it exists at all? His reacclimation into the program for a hot second?
I mean, they've got a guy who played here who's one of Rico and I's favorite players ever, Javon Ringer. I mean, he's a Spartan through and through. Like, he'll probably address the team. Mark can address the team. But the reality is, look, I don't know if you're aware of this, but like after about 7 or 8 game minutes, that stuff wears off, man.
Adrenaline only lasts for the first 5 minutes on the game. But yeah, Ringer was the guy. I mean, I don't know if you saw the Dice Shadow jersey reveal. That was Javon Ringer in the jerseys. Like, he wants to be a part of his team. You have a lot of ex-Spartans who are pretty much picking up the phone and saying, guys, do not embarrass us.
Right.
How many points are the uniforms worth? 3?
4?
4?
The uniforms aren't worth anything.
I'm building the case. It's at night.
Wait, did you just try to add points based on what they're wearing?
He did.
God, you're a moron sometimes.
I'm just giving you a hard time. 248-539-9797. For the record, I do think they covered the spread. I'm alone on an island. Everybody thinks Michigan's good. So Rico's with me. Okay, 24.5's not nothing. Michigan fans, Spartan fans, you guys can jump in. 248-539-9797. 5:15. Top 10 moments in the history of the rivalry. See if we did it right.
No, I'm down, and I'm happy to talk about. Memory lane is always fun with rivalry games, especially this one.
And I broke it down 5 Michigan, 5 Michigan State, right down the middle, even Steven.
Would your number 1 be when Demetrius Underwood punched John in the face?
No, I was still more Will Ghost and throat punch to Taylor Lewan.
Excellent, you win.
Yeah.
Neither of those are in it. 5:15, we'll get to it. 97.1.
Then how can you have this?
I'm sorry.
This list is void. All right, listen, Hungry Howie's, game day sponsor. I know Hungry Howie's is out here today. Bottom line, here's the deal. Sad pizza, happy pizza, whatever it is, order some pizza. It's Hungry Howie's, National Breast Cancer Foundation month, the month of giving. They are going to raise $5 million. So order some pizzas. You're a Spartan. You're going to lose by 40 tonight. Eat some pizza. You're a Wolverine. You want to celebrate? I hate you, but order some pizza. As always, new items, limited time only. It's Hungry Howie's.
That's right.
No, I'm looking at the case right now, and you will pay.
No, we won't.
There's no doubt you will pay.
No, we won't.
I'm telling you, you're going to pay.
No, we won't. No, we won't. No, we won't. No, we won't. You gotta get on board with me. The SS we won't pay. David? Hello?
Guess what? They paid.
You might not realize it, but tonight, you made a difference. Tonight, you ordered a little love, hope, and pizza. Because even though you just ordered a pizza for dinner, that one little purchase helps make a big difference. For every pizza purchased in the month of October, Hungry Howie's will make a donation to the National Breast Cancer Foundation, all on our way to raising $5 million. So this time, you didn't just order pizza. You ordered a little love, hope, and pizza.
Hungry
Howie's.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
To redefine yourself.
To improve yourself.
to challenge yourself.
To realize there's more in you
Than you ever knew.
that you could do.
It means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools,
The best training.
the best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
So you can be all you can be.
As the temperature drops, the excitement rises, driving a new GMC Acadia from Moran Buick GMC in Taylor. Stop in or shop online at moranexpress.com from Moran Buick GMC, where you always get the best price, period.
At Kroger, the proven quality of Kroger brand products will make you feel like you're winning. And at lower than low prices, you'll save at checkout too. Kroger brand products, guaranteed you'll love the taste, or we'll give you your money back. Now that's winning. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Michigan versus Michigan State. Live from the Fiji House in East Lansing. Here's Mike Valenti, Rico Beard, and Jim Costa on 97.1 The Ticket.
And we're back live. I learned something a minute ago, Mike.
What's up?
Rico's out here throwing T-shirts left-handed. Rico, are you left-handed?
Both.
Ambidextrous. I didn't know
Stunning.
this about this
His
man.
talents
Man
know
of
no bounds.
many talents.
Hey, by the way, just shout out because the
Dexter
entire
Manley
front
once set
row,
up amphibians.
the entire front row is saying this, so let's just get this out of the way. I will
Yes.
tell you, we have a very pro-Urban Meyer crowd.
Yes, they are.
I'm
very
just
pro-
telling you,
Yes.
it is not. Just letting you know.
Okay.
I wish the school could pull it off.
So we're cool with cheating, just so we're on the same page.
I'm amazed by you sometimes. I have to tell you.
You say what now?
I said so. Like all in the effort of winning is okay, right?
Yeah.
Whatever it takes.
It
to
works
win.
down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
it works
okay.
down the road,
I just-
and maybe the media will cover it up just like they do for them.
Hey, you got a gun charge? Doesn't matter. You're team captain,
I'm
son.
just asking for consistency. I got no issue with it.
Oh, you do, because here's the thing. None of these people, unless you're one of the dorks in yellow, we don't pretend to be some
Right.
scion of integrity. We
They just wanna win.
We want to come up here, we want to party, and we want to win football games. That's
have
it.
Have at it.
We don't pretend to win the integrity conference, Jim. I want to win.
Great.
I don't want to be a 24-point underdog to these scumbags. I want to win.
Hey, later this
I
hour.
want to win.
Later this hour.
I'd hire Satan.
We're going to get in the carousel. We're going to look at Urban and anybody else that you might consider for
Done.
Michigan State. We'll ask
Done.
a couple Michigan questions too. That's the deal. That's why we're here. Rivalry Saturday.
No, my whole point is, I'm going to tell you something, Rico. He's going off this stage before this day's over because he's needling He's doing the needler.
Well, you
no, I
don't
mean,
want
listen.
no. You don't want to win the wrong way. You just get a nice little MAC coach, and
You want Jim McElwain?
But
you can have him.
But here's the thing.
What, the dude who poses with the nude fish or whatever it is?
But when
it was a shark, and I don't think it was actually him, but it looked a hell of a lot like him.
I know, and he was good enough to do that segment with ESPN years ago.
He laughed at it, which was fun.
That was funny.
That was him.
What did you want to say, Rico?
Well, I'm just saying, do you give the other coach down the road this much grief?
What do you
Because
mean?
he pushes the boundaries.
What coach?
A lot.
Harbaugh?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you guys act like I don't say anything bad about Jim Harbaugh.
You're
ever.
basically the Desmond Howard of our radio station.
Stop it.
You're one step from the Kremlin. All right, what do you want to do?
I want to check the phones, the ticket text, see where people are at. 248-539-9797. We got a message from someone who says, hey, after the fallout of today, Ohio State beats Penn State.
Right.
What happens in the round robin three-way tie if this thing ends up with all of them have one loss?
All right, so yeah,
go ahead.
No, this is now. I read something like last week that the way the West was playing out has changed the tiebreaker
Yes.
because of the strength. Do you have the answer?
Yes.
Go.
As of right now, I don't know what's going to happen after this week, but as of last week, Penn State goes. They win. They win.
So if Penn State beats Michigan, and then Michigan beats Ohio
The
State,
Nittany Lions go to Indianapolis as of today?
is that what you're saying?
If they all finish with one loss, that Penn State would get the nod. Now, we got to go back into the supercomputer with all the bad scores in the West.
And it's going to change week to week.
But because I
Yeah.
believe
Northwestern had the comeback, right?
No. I
Against
think
Minnesota?
it was because Iowa won last week.
It was something with the strength of schedule.
Right. That gave them the edge.
And this is another reminder of why
And-
divisions are stupid.
And
I know. I agree.
think because Illinois came back and won with no time left, that game decided the Big Ten East.
It is. So you make fun of me when I ask for the scoreboard updates out west.
No, man.
Apparently, it matters a hell of a lot.
It does.
Let me see if I
Oh,
can.
no. Trust me, when Michigan gets left out, everybody's going to know. Wojo will write articles and say how unfair it is, and this is antiquated, and yeah.
Well, we can acknowledge right now if it does go three-way tie, divisions are dumb.
All right, let me ask you
It
a
is a
question.
dumb way to determine it.
Here's my one thing, fellas, and I don't want to overreact to today's game. We'll just take a break from Michigan State
Yeah,
for
yeah,
1
yeah.
second. Is there a non-zero chance? I'm asking. I'm not accusing. That are we living in a world where Michigan might just be massively overrated? They
Yes.
have played no one.
Yes.
We are now going to bomb Penn State because they went to the shoe and lost. Or we make fun of Ohio State, but they went to Notre Dame and won. They just beat Penn State. We have no data points. We will not, now again, all due respect, I wish our team was a litmus test. They're not going to play anybody before November 11th. Is there any chance, like maybe by the time we see that game, you go, whoa, wait a minute, they're not infallible? Or do you think they're a freight train?
No, you know what? It's different, Mike, because I look at it like Georgia. Because Georgia won back-to-back titles, we kind of just let them slide this year, though we all kind of look at Georgia and say, not the same team. Because Michigan has gone to the playoffs and won the Big Ten back-to-back years playing these types of schedules. We've all said, okay, they'll just do it again. But they don't look like the same team. That run game is not the same run game, and that O-line is not the same O-line that I'm used to seeing.
I think they miss Oluwatimi badly.
The center,
And
badly.
when Jansen says that, at least I know I'm not out there,
doing
high
Sparty
on
radio.
crack.
Right,
yeah, that O-line ain't the same, but because they've done it in the past 2 years, they automatically get the magic ticket to go to the front of the line.
Well, and think about it. If you watched that Penn State game today, Ohio State, Penn State, the takeaway, in addition to both quarterbacks not being very good, the D lines of both those teams look dangerous. So when Michigan plays them, they're going to get tested up front. J.J. McCarthy, the pressure from Penn State on the road, you're going to learn real quick what he's become in his second season as a starter.
Rico's brought this up, and he's been spot on about it. Like, Michigan, look, we know Will Johnson's a good player, right? Obviously. But I don't know a damn thing about the rest of that secondary because they haven't faced a quarterback that can throw a forward pass.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not telling you Drew Aller's that guy, but McCord with Harrison, maybe. And certainly if and when they go to the playoff, there's going to be somebody like Michael Penix or Bo Nix or Carson Beck or whatever.
See,
like
now
waiting
that's
for
the
you.
game. Like, if Michigan played Washington, that's why, people are like, they're going to me, it's all about the matchups. That's a bad matchup for Michigan.
Yeah, like I think
because Michigan would have to bring that game to a grinding halt.
And I think they would. No, and listen,
Right.
I want it to happen because you're the biggest UW fan this side of the Rocky Mountains.
Penix for Heisman.
That's it. Exactly.
He's got the hand signals down.
But
As we
look,
sit
I
here-
just
as
think
we-
Michigan has depth. They're tough and they're disciplined. They don't turn it over. They don't take penalties. They're hard to beat, man.
As we sit here today, they should win the Big Ten. After
Yes.
what we watched today, I
Yeah.
think they are still the class of the Big
I'm
Ten.
going to root like hell
as of
against
right
it. Or in the case, if you're a religious person, you could pray for that not to happen. But I think
my point is, I don't think they will be untested as a Big Ten champion given the defenses they're going to face with Penn State and Ohio State.
Now what I would say is just when you play teams that can't really hurt you offensively. I mean, again, Ohio State today, I'll go check the final box score. Rico, him and I are driving up here. 19 carries for 65 yards.
Struggling to
middle
run.
of the third quarter. They
Yeah.
can't run it.
They can't
Penn
run
State
it.
can't do anything to hurt you.
They can't run it, but in all fairness, their main running back, two running backs weren't playing in the game,
Yeah, no
so they were
Henderson.
down to Chip Trainer. So he's in there.
That's fair.
Yeah.
No, that's a good point by you. You're right. Mylon Williams played today, but dude, Travion's a difference maker.
Yeah.
Travion Henderson's he's a baller.
248-539-9797. People want to be part of the festivities. Great. If not, we're having a good time. We're going to get to those top 10 moments.
Yeah,
Michigan,
that'll be fun.
Michigan State. I have thrown them out. 5 for Michigan, 5 for Michigan
We'll
State.
see if you've egregiously left something
I'm
off the list.
sure I did. You
Yeah.
guys are an encyclopedia, as you pointed out earlier. We can take it back to the 80s if you'd like.
No, I think the memory lane will be, this will be like, oh, Mike is nice. Because yes, I will enjoy this greatly. Dude, some of the best memories I have in my life are in East Lansing. I love this place. And I love this school. I don't say the stuff I say to be hurtful. It's because I care so much.
So I wonder, is Najee Carter in there?
Ooh.
1995, Saban, Lloyd Carr.
Well, it was, hold on. It was off Woodson's hands into Najee's hands for the first down. It was Derek Mason on the rollout by Tony Banks.
Yes.
We're back. What about Scott Green
and the
Let's
fourth
go.
down? And the
Let's
fourth
go.
down. Was it a real first down or was it fourth down?
First down. I don't know what you're talking about. Poor Jim wasn't even alive when
I was
that game
going
was
to
played.
say, I will let you know, I didn't go back to the 50s or the 60s.
No, it was 1995, bitch. Don't
And
do that.
I was alive in
Don't
95.
do that.
I was born. I
All
was
right.
on this planet.
Don't.
We will get to the top 10 moments.
That'll be
It's-
when Rico gives you his highlights hanging out with Bob Kula.
Sure.
Duffy Doherty stories next.
Me and Bubba.
All right, what we're going to do is go through that top 10. Stick around. It's next,
Okay.
97.1.
All right, football's here. Paulson's audio video. You know the drill. Let's get it. You got to get a new TV. I know you're not going to be able to get one by tonight's game, but the bottom line is you're not at the game live. Their price is better than anyone, better than Amazon Prime, better than Best Buy. They got all the stock. Go to paulsonsav.com. They got the best install team. They're pros. You don't need to meddle with the wires, do anything silly. All right, we got a nice chant in the background, too. All right, bottom line, it's Paulson's audio video, paulsonsav.com.
Embrace the season's change as you find new roads in a new Silverado from Moran Chevrolet. Stop in or shop online at moranexpress.com from Moran Chevrolet, where you always get the best price, period.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
To redefine yourself.
To improve yourself.
to challenge yourself.
To realize there's more in you
Than you ever knew.
That you could do.
It means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
with the best tools,
The best training.
the best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
So you can be all you can be.
You might not realize it, but tonight you made a difference. Tonight you ordered a little love, hope, and pizza. Because even though you just ordered a pizza for dinner, that one little purchase helps make a big difference. For every pizza purchased in the month of October, Hungry Howie's will make a donation to the National Breast Cancer Foundation, all on our way to raising $5 million. So this time you didn't just order pizza. You ordered a little love, hope, and pizza.
Hungry?
Howie's.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
He did the mash.
he did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
He did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash from my laboratory in the car.
With Valenti, Rico, and Costa on 97.1 The Ticket.
Thought it'd be a fun little exercise to do as we get set for the next chapter in Michigan State.
Oh, it'll be a short chapter, but go ahead.
A book you're not looking forward to reading.
This is more like a pamphlet.
Okay, Jim Costa, Mike Valenti, Rico Beard. We're hanging out East Lansing, Fiji House, getting people set. And what better time now than to go through memory lane
All right, yeah,
and
let's
go
do it.
through the top 10 moments in the history of this rivalry. Now, what I'm going to do is go 10-1, and I'm going to just give you the year. I'm going to see if you guys can remember what the game was and what the memory was. Okay, are we all set for this?
Yeah, bet.
All right.
This is a good one. Rico and I are sick.
We will start number 10 on the list, the 03 game.
Oh, I don't want to talk about this. No. This was the missed field goals in overtime, wasn't it? This was John L's first year.
This was the Brandon.
No, that's 04.
Oh.
03 was double overtime up here. Was it John Goss?
Oh, yeah.
He missed twice.
Because the big fella took the scoop and
Damata
score.
Piku.
Yes, Piku ran it down for the touchdown. But Michigan ended up kicking a field goal in overtime to win the game.
Because we missed.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? Big G was here for that game.
Oh,
Was
no.
he? 03, the Chris Perry game. 51 carries, 200-plus yards.
Yeah, and they were all 3.4 yards a carry.
Yep, just churning them out.
You know what? Timeout.
Oh, no, that was a different game.
Yeah, 05.
Yeah,
was
we're
the
You guys are
05
thinking
game.
05. I'm going
03
03.
was dead by
Chris
1,000
Chris
razor
Perry,
blades.
51 times, 2.5 yards a carry.
No, it was 2nd and 7, 3rd and 3.
Yeah.
First down by an inch.
Yep.
And do it again and again and
Watch,
again
rinse,
and again.
repeat.
The workhorse. Number 9, 1990.
Come on.
Come on, that's
Easy.
Desmond. Desmond.
Number one. Hold on.
Number one versus no one.
Dave Yarima was the quarterback. Highland Hickson, rest in peace, had one of the greatest spin moves you'll ever see.
They have 2 touchdowns in that game?
Yeah, that was. But again, that was a Spartan team that it was number 1 versus no one, but they ended up tying for the Big Ten title.
Right, I was going to say MSU won 8 games that
Now,
year.
there was a 4-way tie in 90.
Now, and at that time,
no title game.
Nobody thought nobody thought they would win that game. You're going into Ann Arbor. And, yeah, that's when Eddie Brown tripped Desmond and it bounced off his nipples.
And Desmond dropped it. Let's just be fair.
Now, my only question, is this too low? You don't know what's coming up. Number 1 versus no one at number 9 on the list. Is that too low?
No.
Okay, bigger, better things coming.
Well, because when I do a top 10 ranking, it's not on necessarily meaning of game. You're talking moments.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I just think there's other stuff that's been. There's one that's going to be on this list that happened when I was in school here. There should be at least 2.
Okay, the next one, number 8. These are alternating Michigan, Michigan State. More of the big ones I felt like were MSU just because of the upset nature. But this is a Michigan one. The number 8 moment, 2012.
No, get out of here with that.
Wait, 2012?
A 12-9 football, a 12-10 game?
12-9
900 wins for Michigan.
The kicker should have been suspended.
Correct.
For a
But he makes it. Hold on, he makes it at the buzzer though.
No,
to give them their
Denard's elbow was
900
down.
win.
It was our ball. No, out.
No,
that's out.
That was pretty weak.
That game was horrendous.
And it was nobody cared.
Number 7.
One touchdown scored in the entire
That
game.
was horrible.
99 is number 7.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. What? Ready? What's this? Ready?
Yeah.
That's Plexico Burris on that David Terrell.
The 99 game, Plaxico, 255 yards,
Yeah.
a program
awesome.
record at the time.
That was awesome. That was my sophomore year.
Do you
It
know
was
why
amazing.
Michigan lost the game?
Because they didn't start Brady.
Yep.
They didn't play Tom Brady.
Right. He mounts a comeback, but it was too late.
Yep.
Saban starts 6-0 at MSU that season, finally beats Lloyd Carr, the best start for the Spartans in like 50 years.
Yep. No, and again,
No, second time he beat Carr.
Plaxico.
What's the second time?
95.
Yeah.
What did Plax have? 211 that day?
255.
255.
The number 6 moment, 07.
Wait a minute.
07.
Yeah, oh no, that's the little bro game. That's
Yeah.
Manningham in the corner. We were up 20. What were we up? 27-17.
10-point lead late.
That was a fumble
God.
with 7 MSU Spartans around the ball.
And it bounced right back to Mike Hart.
And it goes
Yeah.
to Mike Hart. The
God.
game would have been over.
Yep.
Yeah, that was Manningham. That was little
I
brother.
don't like this moment. Hey,
But this
No,
moment,
no.
hold on.
Actually,
hold on.
because of that moment,
Correct, he's right.
yeah,
that brought probably the best
10 years.
10 years.
Hey,
It became
hey, guess
fuel
what?
for D'Antonio.
You sensing a theme? Big G was at that game.
Big G, where you at?
Not here.
But it is a seminal moment in the rivalry, and I feel bad it's not higher on the list because I do feel like it set the tone for
Yeah.
more than a
No,
decade
it did.
between these two teams.
It did.
No, that did. That set, because I've
Didn't they
often said,
throw-
if you were a Michigan fan, would you have rather just lost that game?
No, you want to win,
No,
right?
because think of everything that
Oh,
happened
okay.
because of that.
Hey, I'll have to check the box score, but I remember it like it was yesterday. Facing away from my seats, didn't they throw a touchdown before the Manningham play to the backup quarterback? Was it Matt Gonzalez or whatever his name was? It was like a corner route, and the ball disappeared because you couldn't see that low. And I'm like, did they just throw a touchdown to the backup quarterback? Oh my God. Move to the next moment.
Into
I don't
the top
like this.
5 moments. This one's a Spartan moment, and it's the 2001 meeting between the two teams.
TJ Duckett.
Oh,
look
Duckett.
at Larry Stevens.
And little known fact, once again, when you watch that play, the legs that walk in from the end zone, those are mine. I was
Siren.
working for Fox too. They caught it right in front of
That's
me.
you.
Yes.
Rika, I got tackled so hard when he caught that ball. My elbow was bruised through the week. No, because in the stands, you got to remember, man, you're all 19, 20 years old. You're packed in.
You're like
That ball was in the air for like 5 minutes. I didn't even see him catch it. It
Dude,
was that and Little Giants. I got tackled. I got
the
destroyed.
camera going. All I see is a pair of hands go up.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I zoom out, and it's Duckett.
And there absolutely was time on the clock.
You spiked it with what, 2 seconds, 1, depending on which side of the fan base you're
The
on.
official, hey,
No,
the
say
Big
like, no.
Ten.
That's
the
good
Big
home
Ten said-
cooking, Jim.
Criminal.
Oh.
Frank Beckman, criminal.
Look
It's
at
criminal
Larry
what they did.
Stevens. Those two gas bags.
Number 4, the 97 meeting between these two teams.
Oh, that's Woodson in the interception.
Yeah, that was the
greatest catch ever.
What was the name of the fake field goal State run to get their only TD?
That was that Ranger?
My man.
You know this.
My man.
Ranger.
Cedric Irvin. He made it like he was out of bounds.
And
but
he's
he was
standing
just
there
in.
next to the coaches just
And he
talking
went-
to him sideways, but he was inbounds.
You want to hear how stupid I was? That was the day, because remember, I'm from out east. We would take the SATs, but back then you had to take the ACTs to apply to Michigan State. So that's my junior year of high school. I knew I hammered the math and English portion, but they had the mini science section at the end, and that game was starting at noon. I auto-rifled all choice 3 on the last part and got the hell out of there to get home and watch the game on ESPN.
And he still got into school at MSU.
I did. I was rock solid on the English and math.
6 interceptions.
Who cares
for
about
Michigan.
science? I'm not a
saying you
scientist.
should. Woodson had 2 picks. Michigan had 6 on that day.
To this day, I still say that should be the logo on their jersey, not a basketball player.
Not the Jordan.
The Woodson interception, because I was like, did he just catch that ball?
Is that the worst quarterback in MSU history? Todd Schultz?
No. Yeah. Todd Schultz, Damon Dowdell.
Steven Reeves?
No, Todd Schultz and Damon Dowdell.
Damon Dowdell. All right.
The number 3 moment, top 10 moments in the history of this rivalry, took place in 2021.
Oh, that was the best.
Oh,
that game.
That was Kenneth Walker.
5 touchdowns.
I think greatest.
Kenneth Walker, I see you.
Yeah, okay.
You'll be in New York.
And then cutscene. You're not, because of the media.
Right.
No, that game will always be special to me, because one of the guys who I had tickets with and he tailgated in our group, you know Dan.
Yeah.
His wife had passed away a week before that game. She was a huge part of our family and a part of our tailgates. That one, that made me believe, like, hey, that he needed that. That was so special. That was
And
awesome.
I remember telling Evan, we were in the press box.
That was awesome.
And State was down 16. I looked at Evan and said, I'm about to go down on the field because they're about to win this game. He was like, no way. Like, State's going to come back and win this.
Down 16, they had to score 2 touchdowns, get 2 two-point conversions to come back and win the game. Top 10 matchup, undefeated matchup.
I've always been looking forward to. I want to get. There are 2 photos to me in like the last 10 years where it's like they need to be framed pictures in my man cave. One is L.J. Scott reaching across in 15 to beat Iowa, and then Chuck Brantley. It was full extension to take that ball out of Aaron
He
Gall's
looked
hands.
like Michael Jordan.
That was awesome.
Number 2, this is the best Michigan moment in the rivalry's history.
I
It
don't
took
like
place
this moment.
in 2004, Rico Beard.
That's Braylon Edwards. That's Braylon.
That's John L. Smith not giving 5'9" Jaron Hayes any safety help for the entire fourth quarter, and we didn't get an onside kick.
That's John L. Smith in overtime after Michigan was forced to kick a field
Took
goal.
Colquitt out of the game.
They took J.U. Colquitt out the game and said, nah, let's get our lightest running back in. It was first and goal from the 2.
Awful.
And he took the bowling ball out of the game.
I was in that end zone.
And then I'm trying to think, who was it? It was a Trannon next to some short Michigan corner.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, just throw it up in the air.
Dude, I was at that game with a Michigan buddy of mine, and we've kind of, life's busy, whatever. My buddy Chris, we're at the game, and he goes, well, you got what you wanted, you won, let's get out of here and beat traffic. 7 minutes and 27 seconds. And the big house was silent. The only people that were standing, you could hear the State Fight song, and we were clapping, and we're up 7. We're up, and I go, Chris, I can't. I've waited my whole life to win in this hellhole. And then what unfolded the next 7.5 minutes?
17-0 run.
Absolute nightmare fuel.
Braylon, 2 touchdowns. Overtime, 3 overtimes. Braylon catches
All right, move
3
on to the
touchdowns,
next moment.
3 overtimes. Do you remember who caught the game-winning touchdown? Because it wasn't Braylon in the Braylon game.
Yeah, your mom.
Wow.
Go to the next moment.
Do you know Rico?
I'm trying to think.
He's affiliated with the Michigan broadcast now, and it's not John Jansen or
Jason
Doug Carter.
Avant.
Jason Avant.
Go to the next one.
The number 1 moment, as if there was any doubt, and maybe you guys tell me if I'm wrong, 2015, the number 1 moment in the rivalry's history.
Yeah.
Trouble with the snap.
Yes,
and that was 8 years ago, Tuesday or Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
It was this week. I mean, it was again. Remember, and this is what nobody remembers. We were down 7 starters for that game.
Yeah.
And we beat. Here's what kills me about that game. I know ifs and buts, candy nuts. If McGarrett Kings didn't have 2 toasters for hands, we win the game with no drama.
Yep.
He dropped 2 massive passes.
Yep.
With a minute to go. And here's the other thing. Harbaugh screwed up the clock management.
He did. Yes, that right there. He screwed it up because I had to go point by point with Jeff Rieger. Like, if he just does what he's supposed to do, State never gets the ball.
And if you don't have gunners covering no one.
Right, if you protect the punt.
Right, and players going up the field, I'm not telling you the punt would be a work of art. It doesn't
you get it off.
blocked.
Yeah.
The only way you lose that game is if you get blocked and return for a touchdown. The unfathomableness of that play.
This is my tinfoil conspiracy theory. I have not shared this with Rico on the air. I will go to my grave believing that bleep hole was going to fake that punt. I will go to my grave believing that O'Neal was going to throw that to the uncovered punter and they were going to salt us. I swear to you.
You think so? Harbaugh first year send a message?
There's
No, there was nobody over there.
It was an uncut. Why would your guys be going upfield?
Right.
When State didn't have a returner? Why would you have a gunner when State didn't have anyone out wide?
But why would that make sense to do that?
Because he does things. I'm not telling you I can prove it.
Because he does things. Hashtag Harbaugh.
He's not a nice person.
No.
Did I get it wrong? Did I get it right? What did I miss?
Okay, all right. You didn't do anything wrong. I think your selection of the 2012 game was the only
It was a bit of a
egregious
reach.
thing.
That's fine.
Only
Anything
egregious
else?
thing.
I needed Michigan moments. There aren't as many of them in this.
And I think you missed out on the ultimate beatdown, the negative 48 rushing yards.
Yeah, but that's
an MSU moment.
But that's gratuitous.
Would you have left off an MSU moment to swap that out?
Yeah, I like the moment where Bobby Williams was asked, "Have you lost this team?" I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to say you could have put that one in there, the 49-3 game.
MSU goes up 3-0 and doesn't score again.
Yep. Yeah, 0-2 could have been swapped in there.
No,
but
I
it wasn't.
think
I mean, that's.
You would have to go. Here's the only
I picked a game-winning field.
Oh, you know what? No. One moment that you could have put in there was the Larry Capers overtime.
Oh,
touchdown.
yeah, that game's kind of lost in the history.
Yep.
That's what early 2010s.
Where basically Rich Rod should have gone for 2.
So it might have been 2010 then.
They scored. They were on offense for like the last 7 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
MSU's defense is tired. He scores, and I'm like, my goodness, if they go for 2, they're going to get it.
Who intercepted the ball in overtime for State?
That was, oh, geez.
You know this.
I do.
You want a hint?
I do.
Larry Bird.
33.
Danny Fortner.
Who?
Wasn't Danny Fortner the one who intercepted that?
No,
the white safety, number 33?
No,
he's going to look it up.
I think it got tipped in the air.
And didn't Danny Fortner come down with it?
He may have. Little known fact, you know who was in the end zone celebrating?
You.
Monte Nicholson.
Really?
He was in the end zone celebrating. He was on the recruiting visit, and he ran into the end zone and celebrated.
See, that's I'll never forget. He played I know no one cares, but we're just kibitzing. Monte Nicholson was him and Craig Evans were the unsung heroes of that 2015 Ohio State game. Those two played the game of their lives the day we went down without Connor Cook down there.
Yeah.
I know. Cool story, bro. Sorry.
No, you're good.
You wanted nostalgic, Mike. You got it.
I'm
Let's
happy
keep
we
rapping.
got a little nostalgia because it's a reminder of what this rivalry's produced. Great individual
Throat
performances,
punches.
throat punches, sure, little brother talk,
Yeah.
smack talk. This rivalry has history, and those are the top 10 moments. It's 97-1.
It's tremendous work by you, Jim, outside of
Thank you.
2012. All right, let me take
Game-winning field goal.
Let me take care of some business. David Femininio, it's real simple. If you've been injured in a slip and fall, you've been injured in an auto accident, David Femininio, the one guy you've got to call. GetDavidGetPaid.com. You call the number 855-65-CRASH or go to that website, GetDavidGetPaid.com. David Femininio, best in the game. GetDavidGetPaid.com.
97.1 The Ticket.
And all the insurance companies said the same thing. We won't pay.
They'll pay.
Listen, Femininio, we won't pay.
Next one's going out to David Femininio with
Attention shoppers, we won't pay.
The insurance companies never want to pay. When you've been involved in an auto, truck, or motorcycle accident, they'll set up every roadblock they can to prevent you from recovering. Let me handle that. They paid, and I will make them pay you.
might not realize it, but tonight, you made a difference. Tonight, you ordered a little love, hope, and pizza. Because even though you just ordered a pizza for dinner, that one little purchase helps make a big difference. For every pizza purchased in the month of October, Hungry Howie's will make a donation to the National Breast Cancer Foundation, all on our way to raising $5 million. So this time, you didn't just order pizza. You ordered a little love, hope, and pizza.
Hungry
Howie's.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
To redefine yourself.
To improve yourself.
to challenge yourself.
To realize there's more in you
Than you ever knew.
that you could do.
It means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools,
The best training,
the best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
so you can be all you can be.
Embrace the season's change as you find new roads in a new Silverado from Moran Chevrolet. Stop in or shop online at moranexpress.com from Moran Chevrolet, where you always get the best price, period.
It's Rivalry Week with Valenti, Rico, and Costa on 97.1 The Ticket.
Yep, it's the three of us, and we're hanging out live, checking in on college football games and getting people set for Michigan State. We got fans holding up pictures of Urban Meyer. We will get
look
to
at that.
that.
He wants to bring in Urban. You want Urban?
Let's go.
You want Urban?
I
You
wish.
want Urban?
We'll get to the carousel and MSU.
If I could write the check, I would do it today. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I wish.
Let's take a look at that scoreboard, some of the
All right.
storylines today in college football.
I'm
Mike,
going to give you the story today, and it is Joe Milton out of or not.
we'll wait.
Hold on. Little technical difficulties back there.
It's really fun.
All right, here's the deal.
easy. I'm
I will
really
give
glad
you
I
the
helped.
story of the day.
There's nothing like our Great Lakes
Or
beaches
not.
for year-round outdoor fun, but we do need to protect them. Thanks
I'm
to
not sure
Adopt a
if we're in a
Beach
commercial.
cleanups, more
I
of
don't know
our
if it's live or
shorelines
not,
are
but I'm gonna
being
watch
kept
my mouth.
healthier, safer, and beautiful. The Alliance for the Great
Fellas,
Lakes
you
wants
back
you
there?
to
Wait
join
for a
this
green
movement
light. Let
with
us
thousands
know.
of volunteers. Learn how at
Guys?
greatlakes.org/adopt.
It's just something that's so important.
Beach
I'll
cleanups
be
are
back.
fun
Let me
and
go
make
see
a
what's up.
huge difference to our Great Lakes and all they offer. Countless.
I think we're good. We get a thumbs up. Are we good? Great.
You sure? We can have the DJ spin some jams,
I mean,
and I
the
can make
people
sure.
some of the tunes.
All right, so
All right, take
here's-
people through. What's the story of the day?
Well, not that's already happened, but out of nowhere, thank you, brother. Joe Milton from the clouds, a man who is awful at throwing the ball. Tennessee's ground and pound, right? Mm-hmm. Has gone into Tuscaloosa in the first half, has 185 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. They are dotting Alabama. They're up 20-7 at the half.
Rico, what does that say about Saban's Bama?
The same thing I've been telling
You
you
know,
since
That's
summer.
why I'm asking him. I
My
want someone
bad.
else to talk
My bad.
about it.
Well, no, I think that Alabama, you can't stay great forever. I mean, look at the Patriots and Bill Belichick. You can't. Eventually, people catch up to you. That's why I said Clemson was going to go away bye-bye a few years ago. Saw that coming. Alabama didn't have the quarterback. In essence, Ohio State is shaky. They put 3 quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
Kyle McCord, not the same Buckeye team. So, yeah, you're starting to see a little bit of the changing of the guards. I think Georgia probably has about another year before they start going back.
Well, with Georgia in mind, let me give you a score that's not directly related to them. Missouri all over South Carolina, who stinks. I know that.
Terrible.
MSU's next coach?
Hold on, no, 24-6. Hear me out on this. Georgia, Florida next week. You know who doesn't play next week?
Missouri. 2 weeks
You know who
of
they
prep.
play the week after? Georgia.
Oh.
Do you take Missouri seriously in that game?
I do, because what Eli Drinkwitz has done is he's put NFL receivers on that field. Luther Burden is a bad man. Wheezy, or whatever that kid's name is.
And
Brady.
didn't he lose a receiver to Georgia or Alabama?
Yeah, they
right.
lost Lovett.
Yes.
But that's my point, is even losing Lovett, I think Luther Burden was a 5-star player, by the way. My point is, be on the lookout. Missouri's real, man.
Well, they're already ranked. Only one loss.
They're good.
Where's that game at?
I believe.
Is it in Athens?
It's in Athens.
Because
but
if it was
I'll
in
double check.
Columbia,
oh man, Folsom Field.
Wasn't it last year they played them tight at Mizzou?
Yes.
So it's
I think it's in
Athens.
Athens.
So, but
It is in Athens.
Okay. Oregon 17-13 at the half,
rallying a little
over
bit.
Washington State. Texas was up 21-0, 21-14 at the half against Houston, and in a very sad update, it brings me no joy. Ball State 17, Central Michigan 7.
You're just a jerk.
They'll be back.
Yeah, you don't just march into Schulman Stadium.
There's a lot of pride in Muncie.
Muncie is
a lot of pride.
Football factory
Sad
out
pizza,
there.
Sad pizza,
Yeah,
Jim.
there you go, yeah.
Where is the pizza for everybody? What's the story here?
I don't know. They keep asking us for this. I'm like, it's props, people.
I will. Let me see if I can find some pizza for everybody. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Hook
These
'em
are
up.
not real. These are props.
Can't give them to you.
These are much like our football program right now. Empty. Empty. Go ahead.
And for people tuning in, the story of the day early, Ohio State, battle-tested, beats Penn State. They already beat Notre Dame. They are the biggest threat to Michigan. True or false? We all say true.
Other
say
story.
true.
Other story of the day. Iowa has double figures. Iowa's up 10-3. They have scored 10 points, people.
So I'll ask you guys this.
Go ahead.
Since Ohio State has now beaten Penn State and Notre Dame, are they the best team in the Big Ten?
See that, Rico? That's okay. Can I explain two ways before you yell at me?
And then you can yell at him. Go for it.
No, my point is there's two ways to do it. Rico doesn't do rankings. He does a power poll, a power rank. Rankings are, hey, you're undefeated, you must be good. Then there's the merit-based system. Merit is what he does. Based on merit, remember when you got ripped apart for your take on Oklahoma? Based on merit, yes, Rico. But it depends what you value as a fan.
Right, but I'm saying tough road game, tough game at home. You won them both. Body of work is better than East Carolina.
Rico, I'm with you as how rankings should be. Rankings should be fluid. It should be based on actual results and wins. They're meant to be changed. I would have the Buckeyes ranked ahead of the Wolverines today. Pause. Full stop. Next sentence. I think Michigan's better than Ohio State, but we shouldn't do what we think.
Right.
We should go on what's happened. We get so few of these games. When Ohio State wins them, they should be rewarded. They should
here's
move
the thing.
up in the rankings.
Here's what hurts college football. If you don't reward teams for getting good wins, then why do I want to play a tough team?
Right.
Yep.
I could just play nobodies and give the illusion that I'm great, and then I'll get exposed later in the year, but I get to ride this whole thing out. Or if I play tough teams, you tell me you're good, but...
So that the Buckeyes have
And
a couple
that was my
nice
point
ones.
with this guy about Oregon or about Texas. It's like, look, all right, okay, use
We got a
Oregon.
football on the stage.
That's all right. That's .com. It's Moran Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
You might not realize it, but tonight you made a difference. Tonight you ordered a little love, hope, and pizza. Because even though you just ordered a pizza for dinner, that one little purchase helps make a big difference. For every pizza purchased in the month of October, Hungry Howie's will make a donation to the National Breast Cancer Foundation, all on our way to raising $5 million. So this time you didn't just order pizza. You ordered a little love, hope, and pizza.
Hungry? Howie's!
Listen, David. I'm telling you that we won't pay.
I know, I'm looking at the case right now, and you will pay.
No, we won't.
There's no doubt you will pay.
No, we won't.
I'm telling you, you're going to pay.
I'm running around in circles with you.
Look, I'm sorry, but you will
No,
pay.
we won't. All included, no takebacks. David? Hello?
Guess what? They paid.
Experience fall's beauty as you find new roads in a new Equinox from Moran Chevrolet. Stop in or shop online at moranexpress.com from Moran Chevrolet, where you always get the best price, period. Experience fall's beauty as you find new roads in a new Equinox from Moran Chevrolet. Stop in or shop online at moranexpress.com from Moran Chevrolet, where you always get the best price, period.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
To redefine yourself.
To improve yourself.
to challenge yourself.
To realize there's more in you
Than you ever knew.
that you could do.
It means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools,
The best training,
the best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
so you can be all you can be.
On 97.1 The Ticket.
We're doing our best to give out the slices of pizza as they come along. Shout out Hungry Howie's. We are live, Fiji House, East Lansing, game day, rivalry Saturday. Jim Costa, Mike Valenti, Rico Beard's mingling. We got some helmets up here on the stage. MSU rocking the black jerseys tonight. Night game, rivalry. And now the future of MSU is up on the docket for us. The carousel spins. Names have been thrown out. Everybody knows Urban Meyer. How real is it? And then if not Urban, who? I'm sitting next to two Spartans. Let's hash this out. How likely is Urban Meyer to MSU? Give me a percentage chance.
10% shot.
Is that too high or too low, Rico?
The longer it goes, the number goes up.
The longer he's not asked about it on Fox Big Noon Kickoff, I'm with Rico.
I would take it to about 20%. 20 to 25% right now.
I think the way it works, look, here's the deal. When you're pursuing someone like that, any loose denial means nothing to me.
Correct.
Because Urban denied going to Jacksonville.
All these
denied going to
coaches
OSU.
do this.
So here's the other thing. It is a longer process in that what you're offering that person is so elaborate, it's so complex. Here's where I feel like they're not going to get it done. You would need to approach a coach like that with an NIL collective that is going to guarantee, in no uncertain terms, $12 million plus over the course of 3 years, 12, to buy and build a roster. I don't think MSU has that in play. I just don't believe that.
Enrico, you correct me if I'm wrong. I think MSU has shown at key junctures a commitment to building a football winner. When they got Mel Tucker from Colorado, at the time it was seen as a big move to take someone from the Power 5. When he sniffed success, they made sure to pay him. Now we look back at that contract differently.
Why do you have an empty pizza box?
Well, I gave out the pizza slices.
Oh, I'm like, what the hell are we doing here? Go ahead.
I didn't house a pizza. No, but they've at different turns shown a commitment to building a winner. And that's what Urban would be, because it wouldn't be cheap. It'd be on the heels of this potential settlement with Tucker. Does Michigan State have the commitment financially to land a fish like Urban Meyer?
Yeah, I think they got the money.
Okay.
I mean, it really is, do you want to bring him in? Because here's the thing. There's a lot of boosters out there that are waiting to see. They're hovering around like a helicopter. You bring in Urban Meyer or the right coach, and they're going to open up the bank books and say, yeah, we'll back your NIL. We'll go ahead and pay for this. They're not hurting for money.
Do you get a sense that there'd be any pushback given moral turpitude clauses and then hiring Urban?
There will be, but
And
I would
don't
simply
care.
say those people don't really support the football program anyway. They show up and wave, and that's about it. And if you ask them, who's the quarterback of the team? That guy.
Jim, what I would say to you is this. All right, so the reason I am so acerbic towards my own program and school is they are small-minded in this regard. They care what people think.
Yep.
The Detroit media will never give you a fair shake, so stop trying.
Yeah, the news will never give it to you. The free press never give it to you.
So
all they're
stop
going to do
trying.
is just break down every little thing that you do wrong. So just basically give them the middle finger and say, here, write about us winning now. Write about this coach.
And that's the key. So many of
That's
these
it.
coaching hires, you worry, did you win the press conference or not? It doesn't matter if you win the press conference. And here's how you win it. Here's how you win it. You go, you know who we hired? The best coach in America available.
Right. You know who won a
That's the
press
message
conference?
at the press conference.
You know who won a
Brady
press
Hoke
conference?
won
Brady
the-
Hoke.
Remember
Brady
he came
Hoke.
in, I would have walked from San Diego.
Yeah.
You don't need to win the press conference. You need to win games. I think
100%.
it'd be the best hire MSU could make for a football program that wants to beat Michigan,
Now-
Ohio State, win the Big Ten, make the playoffs, and do more.
And again, is it a dream scenario? Of course. I can't tell you I expect it to happen. I'm never going to tell somebody that we don't deserve a coach like that. I think it's one of the top 25 jobs in America. It's a top 20 public university. It's top 20 in revenue, top 20 in attendance. But in the event that that doesn't happen, all right.
Who now?
Hold on, Rico. Don't say a word. You're the guy with all the answers. Who, Jim?
I'll give you a name, but you've already shot it down on the radio a dozen times.
Who?
Lance Leipold. If you can win at Kansas, if you have a creative offense, if you have Midwest roots, I think Leipold makes a lot of sense. If that's not your guy,
I hate his defenses.
okay. How about a defensive guy? Mike Elko, who's going to play a game tonight against FSU. If they slow down the Seminole offense, he's starting to build a resume as one of the best defensive coaches in America.
I think Elko would say no.
But Urban wouldn't?
Urban's not working. Elko is. And where did Elko work from 18 to 21?
Was it Notre Dame? A&M?
A&M.
A&M, and that job might open up. He had stops at both schools, to be fair.
Yeah, no, I'm not busting your balls. I'm just saying.
You're good. I think what's so interesting is I agree with you guys. I think MSU is, I'd say, a top 25 job. It's not a top 5 or top 10, so
No.
that's where you have to, on some level, give a little, Mike. I know you're not excited about hiring a coach from Duke or Kansas.
I didn't say I wasn't excited. It's just, look, to me, I want to pursue it until Urban publicly says, I will not coach at Michigan State. Just pursue it.
Even if he says that, I don't think people
Keep
would doubt it.
pursuing it. Drop another duffel bag of money on his door.
Do you have a name, Rico?
I do. I would go the coordinator route.
Oh, an unproven head coach, but a hot shot on the rise. Who is it?
It would be Ryan Grubb, Washington Huskies offensive coordinator.
You can't get DeBoer, get the next best
And
thing.
he was with DeBoer at Eastern for the year. He followed him out west.
He knows
get
the
it.
Midwest.
I get it.
He bring fun, offense, scoring. Because here's the thing. If you're not going to win right away, at least be entertaining. At least be fun. At least give people hope to say, you know
Right.
what? Because it takes defenses a while to get
Right.
there. So your offense is going to have to carry the water for about the first 2 to 3 years before your defense catches up.
And I would tell you, too, instant playmakers via the portal. You guys did it with K9. I know there's this bemoaning of, the portal, and it sucks. The portal's going to be the thing that can turn your program around instantly if you get the right coach.
Because and if you want, I'm sorry, Rico, just real quick, like your favorite team in America did just that.
My favorite team.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Venables hit the portal
rebuilt his defense
hard, and their defense, albeit scare against UCF today, much better. Much better.
And I think one of their offensive linemen, I think they got via the portal too. I mean, that's become...
That really became the undoing where MSU's roster is at, is Mel Tucker. K9 hit a lot of really bad portal additions. If you really go back and look, and I understand the hit rate, at best you're going to hit 50%. When you look at the way Tucker went to that portal, the reality is they hit about 5 or 10% total.
Yeah, I think the problem was when you got K9, you got a superstar, and then you got a bunch of players. You got a bunch of role players. You didn't get a bunch of other stars to go with them.
You didn't get high-end Power 5 starters.
Yeah. So, and I think that's the problem, along with the fact that with Mel Tucker, I mean, I guess if you look at Caden Hauser, he's here 4 years. None of his quarterbacks have played until he finally left.
So Hauser's an interesting point. I want to ask you guys about this.
Yeah.
Mike's like, team burn it to the ground. How far away is MSU? And
from what?
From being in that Big Ten title conversation, eventually winning a Big Ten, making a 12-team playoff.
If you hire the right coach, it's 2 years away.
You agree, Rico?
Yeah.
And that's the new way of college football.
And how much of that timeline is predicated on what they're left with at the end of this season?
Not
in other
much.
words, Caden Hauser, maybe
Not
he's...
much.
No?
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
And I'm not being a smartass with you, Jim. 40 players are going to leave and 40 players are going to come in. And what you can do now, it's free agency.
Yeah.
I can buy players. Look at Georgia, okay? They went out and said, hey, we are desperate for wide receivers because all we have is Bowers and Ladd McConkey. They went out and got Missouri's best receiver in Lovett. They went out and got Mississippi State's best guy in Ra Thomas. You can look what Deion did. You can flip a roster quick, but to get the quality and the depth, it has to be a couple years.
Oh, I don't think it's a 1-year Big Ten title team.
No.
I'm not. So I think 2 years is fair. My question would be, you say 40 guys in, 40 guys out. What about the 40 that stay? Doesn't that matter? Doesn't that affect the timeline?
It can, but remember,
especially positions like the offensive line and defensive line.
They stay 1 year. You probably get rid of them the year after.
Right. So is your thought the guys who stay are no good anyway?
Or you want to know the amount of players I care if they stay or leave off this MSU team? That number would probably be 6 to 8.
I was going to say, we can't hit the dial tone up here on the
No. I was about to say, you're probably looking at about 10 guys that you really are concerned you don't want to see them playing someplace
like if State
else.
lost Jordan Hall, who's a true freshman, 4-star, IMG, and he's starting for us. And he's a good player. If we lost him, that would hurt. I'm not going to fret any of the quarterbacks.
Okay.
Because, again, Caton, I got to see it to believe it.
And we know how you feel about running backs.
Oh, Nate Carter's a nice player.
I like Carter.
You don't pay running backs, so when it comes
I wouldn't. No.
I like Carter. I think Carter would be another one of those pieces. But your O-lineman, okay.
Like here's the other thing, and I'm not trying to be dismissive, and I respect the hell out of any of these guys who play the game, but we're talking about something different here. It's not about awards for trying hard. You're asking me a question of how many guys would I care if they hit the portal. Look, man, no disrespect. There's not a wide receiver on this team. Like, I'm a Trey Mosley guy. I respect the kid. He stuck it out. I think he's a hard-nosed player. No diss.
He's not going to make or break your Big Ten.
He's a guy.
Okay.
You know, like, I can't sit here and be like, oh, my God, Antonio Gates Jr. hit the portal. He plays 1 snap a week. Like, what am I going to do?
Hey, question when we come back.
Yeah.
How long this carousel will spin, timeline for a coach? Want both your answers.
Weekend.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. We'll do that next.
Hey, don't bother sitting through. Mike's already got all the answers. We'll pivot to Michigan talk. Don't worry. Best team since 97. It's 97-1.
And I'm a terrible friend to Jim Costa. All right, when your furnace goes out, you need reliable service. Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing and Electrical, they got you covered 24/7, locally owned for 40 years. They back their work with a 5-year warranty. Mastercraft, your one-stop shop for heating, AC, plumbing, and electrical, and they got generators in stock too. So bottom line, if they can't get to you same day, they're going to take $100 off that next day's service. They'll get you taken care of. It is Mastercraft Heating.
97.1 The Ticket.
You might not realize it, but tonight, you made a difference. Tonight, you ordered a little love, hope, and pizza. Because even though you just ordered a pizza for dinner, that one little purchase helps make a big difference. For every pizza purchased in the month of October, Hungry Howie's will make a donation to the National Breast Cancer Foundation, all on our way to raising $5 million. So this time, you didn't just order pizza. You ordered a little love, hope, and pizza.
Hungry Howie's.
As the temperature drops, the excitement rises, driving a new GMC Acadia from Moran Buick GMC in Taylor. Stop in or shop online at moranexpress.com from Moran Buick GMC, where you always get the best price, period.
At Kroger, the proven quality of Kroger brand products will make you feel like you're winning. And at lower than low prices, you'll save at checkout too. Kroger brand products, guaranteed you'll love the taste, or we'll give you your money back. Now that's winning. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. Always live on the free Odyssey app. It's Rivalry Week, Michigan versus Michigan State. Live from the Fiji House in East Lansing. Here's Mike Valenti, Rico Beard, and Jim Costa on 97.1 The Ticket.
And now Rico's heckling the crowd. He reached that point of the day.
What's... Yeah, these two losers right here. It says I work for Detroit News. That's Rod Beard, you loser.
Different beard.
Different beard.
You get your beards mixed
you
up,
know what?
you get in trouble.
I know we all look alike, but that's Rod Beard.
Okay. We are, as we said, having a loose broadcast today, hanging out live, Fiji House. 97-1.
Uh-oh.
Mike, it's going to be all right.
What did I walk into?
No, some guy was just like, your Detroit News. I'm like, wrong person. That's Rod Beard.
Does that happen a lot?
Not that often.
Mistakes
Most
were made.
people know who
Mistakes
we
were
are.
made.
Well, Rico,
It's okay.
I want to give you
I
a
look
chance.
a lot better.
I want to give you a chance because Mike just harpooned the tease. How long is the carousel going to spin for MSU?
Yeah, you're probably going to start seeing it. I would like to say before Thanksgiving, but I think it's probably going to be around that Thanksgiving weekend,
So
Penn State, final
that Black
week.
Friday, Ford Field game.
Now here's the thing: if you're smart, you would have gave the people a coaching hire now because it would have given this crowd and given this fan base some hope.
Hear me out. They're wearing all blacks tonight.
Right.
You keep the tunnel pitch black. Pyrotechnics as they're going to enter the field. And all of a sudden, you just see a shadowy figure in a Grim Reaper robe. And the hood comes down and it's urban.
Oh.
Hear me out.
And the hood comes down and it's Jason Candle.
And accelerant match.
It's
and
Butch Jones.
Oh, my God, dude. That
phone call.
It's Mel Tucker. I'm back.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Hi, it's me again.
I said we do split ticket, some Michigan stuff too. Of course, they're in national title conversations. They look like the best team in the Big Ten, especially if you watched Ohio State, Penn State. Best team since '97. True or false?
No.
I go 06 still.
Really? The Henny Hart days.
Because they went down to C-Bus, and that was a national title OSU team. And that Michigan team played people. Here's the deal. They may end up being the best team. No question. But we are sitting here, what is it, October 21st? What meaningful data points do we have?
And then 97, I mean,
97 was...
You didn't know at the time, Hall of Famers on this team.
Yeah.
No.
Didn't 10 of the 11 guys on D play in the NFL?
They did. Seriously, if the 97 team played this team, it would be no contest.
Games changed a little bit. 97 team was not exactly challenging teams down the field.
That's true.
This Michigan offense better than that Michigan offense. So then the question becomes, how close is this defense to some of the defenses they put out
with
there?
no legitimate data points,
It's
how
tough.
can I answer?
I mean, it's tough. Like you wrote the numbers, and they're
It's not
arguably
their
the best
season.
in America, but it's about
It's
the
not
level
their
of
fault that
competition.
the rest of the Big Ten is no good, but even
Truth.
your like they played Notre Dame. They would normally play teams like that in the non-conference that you could say, okay, like we did with Ohio State. You played Notre Dame, you beat them at South Bend,
But
that means something.
Let me be fair. Who you play and how you play is a phrase I always use on the podcast. And their last 3 weeks, the how you play outweighs the who you played. They've gone out and they've gone demolition man, and they have bombed these teams. And I'm presuming they will do that tonight. Now, if they don't, different conversation.
Right.
But if that's who they really are, well, then, yeah, they've absolutely got a credible shot to be better than 97. I'm just saying the Big Ten in 1997 was far superior.
Especially
to
the gauntlet in conference late in the
like,
season.
you remember when going to Purdue meant something? And it was like, hey, we got to escape Joe Tiller.
Now
or
it's
like,
a parking lot.
First one to 40 wins.
Right, but like now, I said this to Rico, there is no middle class in the Big Ten. It's the top three, and we're all out here freezing our ass off,
Pretty
going,
much.
help me, warm soup.
Yeah.
It's a tough scene, man.
And it's not their fault.
No,
But
no.
yeah, I mean,
But it's
you can-
also why I'm not having this McCarthy Heisman crap until I see him play.
And it's why I asked the question about Ohio State, because I've seen Ohio State now do it twice.
Oh, it's valid. I think though,
And it hasn't been pretty,
Yeah.
but I don't always expect it to be pretty when you play good teams.
I think the pushback, if you want me to get on a ladder and climb to the very tip top of that blue wall, I think the counterpoint would be Michigan, head-to-head against Ohio State the last 2 years, has bludgeoned them. They've taken the rivalry to another level physically.
What does
and
that
it
matter
doesn't
for this
look
year?
And it doesn't look like Ohio State is physically any tougher than they've been.
Wait. So you went on the road to Notre Dame and gutted a 14-13 win, and then you dominated Penn State's offense today. You don't get any points for that?
What I'm referring to is between the tackles, line of scrimmage, toughness that has defined rivalry games like tonight's game and rivalry games in the history between the Buckeyes and the Wolverines. They did beat Notre Dame, but What did you say earlier? The hows and the whys?
So
the
here's
how
my
in that
answer.
game, they couldn't get a
All right.
tough yard against Notre Dame until they spotted him an extra
So
guy.
here's my answer,
and the same
then
with
Rico
Penn
can
State.
take it to 7. Here's the deal. If Michigan beats Penn State and Ohio State, all questions are answered, all family business is resolved, all bets are paid. But until or unless I see those games, I'm sorry. Like, people got all mad at me this week because I'm like, JJ's not on my ballot. They have played no one, and he throws it 16 times a game. If he lights up Penn State and Ohio State, I'll drive him to New York.
different.
But hold on, 2 different conversations.
No, I'm making a
Here
point
and now, Michigan shouldn't be number 1 or 2. JJ shouldn't be 1 or 2 in the Heisman.
But they have full capability of being that.
And then when we get into that and their capability, I point to their toughness being better than Ohio State's as the difference maker.
Yes. No, and I'm not, and I have no argument. I'm just saying let's at least give OSU some credit for being tougher than previous editions. Yes.
A little bit of an update for you guys in the world of college football. Oregon is now up 31-16 over Washington State.
Pulling away.
If they wouldn't mind covering 18, someone would really appreciate it.
I think we need 19.
Okay, then.
Texas 21, Houston 21.
Yeah, Tech. Now, that one, I'm going to tell you something.
Horns down.
Now, hold
Oh,
on.
wait. But there's more.
What?
Tennessee 20, the University of Alabama 24.
Bama
Tie comeback.
I'm going to tell you something. Saban locked him out of the locker room.
Made the paint peel.
Saban went Ari Gold with a paintball gun at the half. Yeah. All right. No, the Texas thing is more shocking based on they were up 21-0. It's not like the Central Florida-Oklahoma game where it was this back-and-forth affair. Rico, they were up 21-0 in a snap. I'm going to both Oklahoma and Texas, off bye weeks coming out of that big game, have apparently looked like crap.
And Iowa 10, Minnesota 9.
Just turn the lights out.
Can I just paint a picture for you guys?
Lights out.
Can I paint a picture for you guys? Iowa goes 11-1 in the regular season. Don't score enough points and have to contractually fire their offensive coordinator. It's in play. It's a real thing.
Everybody would be happy.
If it's Michigan, Iowa,
including
Big Ten
Kurt
title
Ferentz.
game, spread 28.5.
It sounds about right.
31.5.
Kurt Ferentz would be happy as well because he doesn't have to fire his son. You knew the deal, son. I don't have to say you're fired. You fired yourself.
I got to be honest, I wouldn't feel bad either. Maybe I'm a terrible person.
Now he's in trouble too because they're down to a backup quarterback. But that's not in the contract. There's probably not a clause if you lose your quarterback.
We talked about a preseason. It was Michigan, it was OSU, it was Penn State. And I liked Iowa out of the West. Anybody who plays that team will be a better part of a 4-touchdown favorite in the Big Ten title game. Michigan will freight train that team.
Yeah.
What I want to get to with you guys.
Yeah, buddy.
Coming up next, this rivalry is full of hate. I want to know your most hated Wolverines and some of the most hated Spartans.
How long you got?
In this rivalry.
Okay.
I realize what I'm walking him into. But that's part of this rivalry is the disdain, the hate for the other side. We're going to harness some of that coming up next, 97.1.
All right, shout out Hungry Howie's, college game day sponsor for us. Tremendous job by them. And look, tonight you're getting ready for the game. It's ice cold. You're not going to the grocery store to cook. Dial up a pie, man. You're going to eat some sad pizza? Great, Hungry Howie's. Hey, maybe you're eating happy pizza because you're a Wolverine. Hungry Howie's. Whatever it is, dial it up. Get some pizza. Know you're giving money to a great cause because guess what? October, the month of giving, National Breast Cancer Foundation. Hungry Howie's going to raise $5 million. So buy some pizza. It's a cause we can all get behind, even if we don't like each other. It's Hungry Howie's Pizza. Do the business.
97.1 The Ticket.
You might not realize it, but tonight you made a difference. Tonight you ordered a little love, hope, and pizza. Because even though you just ordered a pizza for dinner, that one little purchase helps make a big difference. For every pizza purchased in the month of October, Hungry Howie's will make a donation to the National Breast Cancer Foundation, all on our way to raising $5 million. So this time you didn't just order pizza. You ordered a little love, hope, and pizza.
Hungry Howie's.
Experience fall's beauty as you find new roads in a new Equinox from Moran Chevrolet. Stop in or shop online at moranexpress.com from Moran Chevrolet, where you always get the best price, period.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
to redefine yourself,
To improve yourself.
to challenge yourself.
To realize there's more in you
Than you ever knew.
that you could do.
It means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools,
The best training.
the best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
So you can be all you can be.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
He did the mash,
he did the monster mash.
the monster mash.
It was a graveyard
He
smash.
did the mash,
It caught on in a flash.
he did the mash.
He did the monster mash from my laboratory in the car.
At Kroger, the proven quality of Kroger brand products will make you feel like you're winning. And at lower than low prices, you'll save at checkout too. Kroger brand products, guaranteed you'll love the taste, or we'll give you your money back. Now that's winning. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
It's Rivalry Week with Valenti, Rico, and Costa on 97.1 The Ticket.
A little more than an hour until kickoff. Michigan State Rivalry Week. We'll give you some thoughts on the matchup in the game. But let's get to what it's all about. It's hatred. You hate them. You're Spartan fans, Mike and Rico. Michigan fans hate you guys. Let's get into some of the most hated figures in the history of this rivalry. Floor is yours.
How long you got?
The most hated figure.
Figures, plural.
Probably, I would think probably like Mike Hart.
See, I thank Mike Hart.
I do.
Complicated with
every year.
I've often said, big missed opportunity with the MSU marketing department. They should have a statue of Mike Hart that they just move around the stadium, and you could take selfies with it for $5.
Yeah,
and you pick it up and you just move it
hated
around. It's like a 2-foot statue. It'd have been the greatest marketing
Fun
thing
note
ever.
about his recruitment. So he's a Syracuse kid. His highlight reel from high school, like if you haven't seen it, no joke, it's really worth watching. But he came out here, and he came off to drop off. He was on like a barnstorming tour with his pops, and he dropped off a tape at Michigan State. And on a whim, they stopped in Ann Arbor on the way home and dropped a tape there too, and the rest was history. Yeah. They discovered him because again, now you played the high school championships at the Carrier Dome in New York, and his team played there. But that's not a hotbed, central New York for high school football.
Well, it's also not like today where you have your highlights online.
But see, I think he's hated because State couldn't beat him. But
no, for me, Taylor Lewan.
I was about to say Taylor Lewan. You're 1-3. You don't really get a chance to talk crap.
No, but some of the stuff he did in the games, and then what he does now just doesn't make any sense to me. But whatever. I'll be honest with you. If he goes out here tonight and drops 5 TDs on our head, kind of had enough J.J. McCarthy while we're at it.
Yeah,
kind of had enough.
You know what?
What about him is hateable to you?
Just about everything.
Because he seems like this Zen guy under the goalpost.
Yeah, I don't hate him. I think the media is making me hate him.
Yeah, you're right. I guess the good respect type of hate, not like genuinely I hate him.
Yeah.
Just it still brings up bad feelings because you had it on your list. And even when I see him today, I get angry when I see Braylon Edwards. Because all I see is you SOB, you went out there and you just dunked and dunked and dunked and held on to the rim and flexed. Not a hate, like I hate this guy.
But it drives you crazy still.
It still bothers me when I see him to this. He'll laugh, and I get it, but it's just like, yeah, that one bothers me to this.
Well, then for Michigan fans, is it guys like Plexico and K9, or is there someone more nefarious that you feel like they target?
It's a great question. I don't really spend much time.
You know what? I think it's one
to get
person.
in their mind.
I think the one is Mark D'Antonio.
Yeah, I thought of him, but it felt like I wanted a player.
Because
he had the audacity to challenge them.
Because
Yeah,
not only
God
that,
forbid,
then he
right?
smiled in their face and said,
Yep.
"You're
Yep.
never going to beat me again," and they didn't.
He
until
took the
very
rivalry.
end.
He took the rivalry seriously.
He brought it back.
Yeah, and in a way that I think a lot of Spartan fans wanted the rivalry to
Yes.
be taken.
Yes.
Where this was going to be
Yeah,
the bitter end.
I don't really have a player. I don't, because, like, for them, look, I'll just say this. The difference between the two is our players aren't covered the way theirs are. They don't talk the way theirs do. It's different.
Yeah.
Michigan, it's always this spotlight routine, and you have it jammed through your eyeballs by the media, etc. So there's a part of it where it's like we develop a hatred because of that. I don't know who the Wolverine. Like, would you hate Javon Ringer because he busted your ass? Would you hate? You know what I mean?
Kirk Cousins.
Okay,
Wholesome,
you want to
cash.
We
Kirk
can
Cousins.
walk these streets.
Right, you want to
Yeah.
hate Cousins because he went 4-0. I get that, but like
That's
think
like
about
hating
it.
Mike Hart because he was good.
Exactly. Like, I remember, like Jake Long. I should have hated Jake Long. I should have hated Tom Brady. I should have hated Chad Henne. I didn't.
Yeah.
Those dudes were ballers. Like, Chad Henne did it the right way. Like, I don't like the dudes that talk. The talk drives me nuts. That stuff irks me.
Yeah, you know, like Denard, because it was just like, dude.
Denard was such a bum, and yet he talked. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, great. Come up here. We'll body bag you again. And you're still talking. I can't stand that.
He's one of the most revered Wolverines of that era.
Why?
I don't get it either. No. I remember because it was right around that time Trey Burke was having moments on the hardwood,
Oh, yeah.
and people were like, "Oh, I don't know. I think Denard's still more popular."
But
and I'm
Trey
going, "What
Burke
did he
was a
win?"
killer
That's
on
what
the
I'm
he
saying.
he was
That's
getting
what
it
I'm
done.
saying. I didn't
Yeah.
get the Denard
he
was
was
fun,
awesome.
But did
he
you
wasn't
see what he did
great.
against Notre Dame?
Right, under the lights.
Yeah. They invented darkness, in case
No,
you didn't know.
I think for me, like, look, you're asking the question, and I'm not trying to submarine your
No, you're
topic.
good.
My hatred for that place, I don't have any, they ain't got nothing to do with the academics, and their hospital does amazing work. But when you want to talk about my hatred of all things University of Michigan, athletics, the school itself, the things they've tried to do to Michigan State, the things they've done to this university, whether it was not wanting them to exist in the Big Ten, not wanting them to even have a presence in Oakland County, whether it's the way that they're getting preferential treatment in the media, all of it. It is, look, dude, it's just different. One university is exclusive, one is inclusive.
But Mike's right. I mean,
I don't like anything about them.
They didn't want Michigan State in the Big Ten. They basically told all the Big Ten schools, don't play Michigan State. And Notre Dame was like, we'll play you. We'll give you legitimacy.
Right.
We'll play you. And that's how they ended up getting in there.
And realistically, here's the thing, Jim. Like Michigan, Ohio State, they hate each other, but there's a respect. Michigan, Notre Dame, they hate each other. There's a respect. Michigan, Michigan State, there's no respect.
Yeah.
And yet they continually want to ask for it. And it's like Michigan State fans are done with it. We don't care. But like tonight, I'm not mad. If they run up the score, I don't call the ambulance. They want to run trick plays. They can do whatever they want. I don't cry. You know what fan base cries? Theirs.
Right.
It's always something. They're always the aggrieved.
So where are we at in the rivalry today?
What do you mean?
How do you feel? How would you characterize the tone, the tenor, where the rivalry is today?
It's no.
You know what, but
by
see,
by
here's
the
no,
way,
no. Here's the thing.
dude, shout out jacket of the day right there.
Oh, the State.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Magic Johnson.
Hell
State.
yeah, I have not seen
I
that.
like the starter pullover as well.
I like that. Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
I had one in high school. I'm just saying, the retro Script State white satin.
Wait, that's Boat Guy?
That's power right there. That's nice.
Yeah.
I
would
like
simply
that.
say this. As far as the rivalry goes, unfortunately, Michigan fans don't want to hear this, but with everything, it's hit the pause button. It's not there this year. It's not to say that it's gone. It doesn't have that feel because MSU is a broken home.
I'd be ready to run through a wall on a normal year. I'd be screaming to the crowd. I'd be going nuts because I view it as a war. I hate it. It's sports war. But this year, I'm with Rico. Like, it's on pause because, okay, the way the sport has changed, think about this. NIL and the portal and the way it works. In years prior, I'd be like, hey, I'm going to support the guys, and those guys are Spartans. They're at Michigan State because they want to be here. Now you have players that are openly making business decisions. Now, I'm not mad Keon Coleman left. He did the right thing for him.
And it looks like it's working for him because he's the first rounder.
And it's a business move. The point I'm making is these guys on this team, as I watch, I got bad news for you. And Rico really got me hip to this. You have dudes making business decisions on every play. Mm-hmm. Whether guys are laying down, and I'm not going to say
stretching out for catches.
I'm not going to go there because you told me not to.
Please don't. But yeah, it's
his last name rhymes with Barr. The point is, a lot of these guys won't even be around when the new coach comes here. So I am finding it difficult to ratchet up the. Now I will tell you what: if you want to see me turn into a gremlin, show me a game at halftime.
13-10.
I'll go into the damn phone booth like Superman and come out, and I'll be ready to rock. They
got
to earn that.
And I think that's why a lot of people, though, it's still at about 20%, would love to see an Urban Meyer because Urban gets it, understands it, and would immediately say, oh, no more of that. We're back. We're going to do this.
And that's where, Jim, I get upset when people just throw out coaches, and I'm not mad at you. I'm saying in general, people don't understand what this job is. Michigan State's a great job, but it's a hard job. And you need a grown-ass man at that podium. You need someone that is not going to placate to the idiot media. They're not going to get swallowed alive by the pressure against Michigan. And they are going to have a DGAF attitude. Yeah. That's what you need. And that's hard to find. Now, look, Rico brings up Ryan Grubb. I'm not knocking the football reasons. My concern with hiring a coordinator to come here is you don't know what you're in for. Look, I give ultimate respect to Michigan and Ohio State and Penn State. Those are power programs. You got to want that. You got to want to get up, get out of bed, and get into a GD street fight every day. Now, to the victor goes the spoils. You can make the playoff here. You can win the Big Ten here. You can be a top 10 program, but you got to want to fight. And not everybody wants that.
When you bring up the rivalry and the way you guys have talked about the rivalry, last year the word toxic was used, right? I mean, the incident in the tunnel, the fallout, how it was handled in the press and the public and the media, suspensions, all of that, toxic. But for years...
How those suspensions work out? Oh, they got dropped the second the season was over.
Have Ward and Jim been
Shout
in the
out
same
Eli.
room since?
Okay. You guys have said toxic.
Yeah.
Michigan for years was accused of not taking the rivalry serious enough, right? They don't even know the players on the other side. They laugh, little brother, we're going to beat you up. Michigan didn't take it serious enough.
Yeah.
Then they win big. They talk their talk, they skip into the tunnel, they're going to pummel your face in tonight, and now the rivalry's on pause. Can you see how people would look at that and say, the rivalry doesn't just get to exist when you're on the top of the mountain.
No.
The rivalry also exists when you're sitting there without a coach, when you're not sure about the future of your program.
Good
the rivalry lives through those days too, not just when they win.
Well, see, Jim, here's the difference. You care what people think, I don't. I'm not going to placate to low-hanging fruit. I don't care. Because if Michigan was without a coach and they had dead cat bounced like they did with Rich Rod, like they did with Brady, and they were telling me, hey, we're toast. You know what I did? I enjoyed the game for me. Went in, hit him with a sledgehammer, and moved on. Because Michigan fans have better things to worry about than this game. Right. They're way better than we are.
Right.
My point is I'll always care. But look, if Mel Tucker getting fired actually was a cooling down of this thing, because I meant what I said this summer.
Tempers would have been flaring.
Tonight would not have been a place for the kids. Yeah. But when Tuck got fired, rightfully so, because he's a moron, I actually think it took some of the sizzle from the pan, because State fans know. Like, think about it. Where are we headed when we don't even know who's coaching the team? You're headed to a road to nowhere.
The point is faces change, coaches change, players change. The rivalry's still the rivalry.
Tonight, if things go the way it's supposed to go, Michigan fans will be happy. They'll take their victory lap.
As they should.
But here's the thing.
Correct.
You're going to call up all your Spartan buddies, and they're going to be like, yeah, congratulations, dude. What do you want me to say?
They're not going to play along.
Like, what? Ooh, I'm so mad. Like,
Well, they want your misery.
Right.
Hey, you won as a 24-point favorite.
Right.
Here, let me shake your hand, good sir.
State fans have already had misery for the last few weeks that this is
you
just
know what?
another log on the fire.
But I think Michigan fans are probably bummed about that too, because some of the fun is watching you squirm when you lose, and vice versa.
And for Michigan fans, take your victory and, fly your flag and do whatever. It's not to take away from your happiness, because Lord knows at the end of Brady Hoke and Rich Rod, I didn't care. But it wasn't like, I got to call up all my Michigan friends, because I knew, you know what?
Well, and I'm also,
I know you're not happy with this situation.
I also hate people who do that. Even when we were killing Michigan, I don't call my Wolverine friends. No, I don't do it.
You just do it the next Monday at 2 o'clock.
No. That's never, no, but you know what? My friends know that the show is not personal. When people take the show personal, that's on them, man. Look in the mirror. The show's an entertainment product. What I'll never do is call my boys who went to U of M, and I love them dearly, but we don't talk this week. And if they know better than to text me tomorrow. That's
or
just,
tonight.
Yeah, no, hell no. Anyone who texts me tonight, that's a road to being out of the phone, to be quite honest with you.
Rivalry, hatred. Let's talk football next. How about that? Can we do that little bit of what to expect tonight on the field?
More football questions.
More football questions. Football. Here it is. We're hanging out live, Fiji House, East Lansing, Michigan State Rivalry, 97-1.
All right, if you've been injured in an accident, you know the drill. You call David Femininio, get David, get paid. It's simple. He personally makes sure you get every dime you deserve. He doesn't take a fee until you get paid. And if you're injured or you know someone who is, they got to call David Femininio, 855-65-CRASH, or go to that website, getpaid.com. Call that number, 855-65-CRASH, or go to getpaid.com.
97.1 The Ticket.
You might not realize it, but tonight you made a difference. Tonight you ordered a little love, hope, and pizza. Because even though you just ordered a pizza for dinner, that one little purchase helps make a big difference. For every pizza purchased in the month of October, Hungry Howie's will make a donation to the National Breast Cancer Foundation, all on our way to raising $5 million. So this time you didn't just order pizza. You ordered a little love, hope, and pizza.
Hungry
Howie's.
I'm looking at the case right now, and you will pay.
No, we won't.
There's no doubt you will pay.
No, we won't.
I'm telling you, you're going to pay.
No, we won't. No, we won't. No, we won't. No, we won't. You gotta get on board with me. The SS we won't pay. David? Hello?
Guess what? They paid.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
To redefine yourself.
To improve yourself.
to challenge yourself.
To realize there's more in you
Than you ever knew.
that you could do.
It means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools,
The best training.
the best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
So you can be all you can be.
At Kroger, the proven quality of Kroger brand products will make you feel like you're winning. And at lower than low prices, you'll save at checkout too. Kroger brand products, guaranteed you'll love the taste, or we'll give you your money back. Now that's winning. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
With Valenti, Rico, and Costa on 97.1 The Ticket.
Oh, we're getting closer to kickoff. We are inside an hour. Michigan State under the lights, night game, Spartan Stadium, and we've been talking hate, rivalry, moments. We should talk a little football and how the game's going to go today. And some of the selling point today is how bad is it going to get? Right? If you're a Michigan fan, how bad is it going to get? You're trying to run up the score, beat up on your rival, kick them when they're down, and win by as many points as you can. Now, I want to make the case that this game is going to be closer than people realize. And I can get made fun of. That's fine. But I know Rico's with me that this isn't going to be some 50-point blowout today. You don't believe that?
I don't think so. I think some pride will kick in. It'll be difficult. But, yeah, I think pride will kick in. For Michigan State, it's the first 15 minutes of the game. Can you go out there, mistake-free, match intensity, punch them in the mouth? You don't have that many blows. But you know what? You got to – if you let Michigan start this game off and you look up and you blink and it's like what happened when Washington came here, at that point you knew at halftime Michael Penix had 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. You knew the game was over.
It was just so – I think that's the thing, Jim. And, like, I understand people are making the case, hey, Iowa, Rutgers, and you beat yourselves. The one time we played a team that's – hell, 75% as good as Michigan. It was an embarrassment. Like, Michigan State didn't belong on the same field as UW. Now, okay, Rico brings up the hatred and all that stuff. Here's the reality. The only window for this to work is somehow we're in an alternative universe. Michigan hasn't played anybody, and they're not used to getting punched in the face. And what, they fold? Well, I don't see it.
So a couple points. Washington, very good football team, proved it last week against Oregon.
Yeah.
Different style of football team, though, than what Michigan does. Washington's built to get up big, get up in a hurry, and be up 35-0 before you get into your seats.
If you wanted to
Michigan
sell me,
is not that type of team.
I guess I just see this game as a different version of last year. MSU will hold their water. They'll try their best they can, but Michigan just overwhelms you. They keep hammering
I think eventually they will. What's the whole boa constrictor routine? They will. They'll strangle you out, but it's going to be slow.
But
and last year wasn't a 50-point loss.
No, but remember, last year they had Jaden Reed. They had Keon Coleman. They had playmakers. I've said since the offseason, this is the worst group of wide receivers Michigan State has ever had in my lifetime. I don't remember a group of wide receivers like this. It is awful. Even when in D'Antonio's late years we had Felton Davis III, there is no one. I mean, respect. I love Trey Mosley as a Spartan, but they don't have anybody.
Trey Mosley's like that glue guy, but yeah, they're all young, so you don't know. I thought Glover was going to be something.
Well, against my chips, he sure looked like something.
Right,
yeah, but like he doesn't play a lot.
I thought Gates was going to do something. I thought, okay, you go use Fitzpatrick. He's the big receiver. He had the long run against your chips, but then he didn't do anything. It's like, you got guys, but we don't know what they are. But then again, you look at the quarterback, and you're like, okay, well, is it the receivers? Is it the quarterback?
Well, let's talk quarterback. I mean, Noah Kim was a starter. They gave him every shot in the world to make it work.
What quarterback?
And now they've flipped to Caden Hauser. And again, on ability, they had to.
They didn't have a choice.
And I think they did it at a time where they had the bye week to get him right, get him a game against Rutgers. He didn't turn the ball over, which again has been such a huge problem for MSU this year. 15 turnovers.
Right.
If he doesn't screw up, if he doesn't make critical mistakes,
right.
you keep yourself in the game. That's half the reason.
Yeah, but again,
it's
his second career start, Jim.
And I would simply say this, depending on what happens, this game you may see Levitt, and they may just go to the rookie and say,
Wait. What?
Mike,
if it gets ugly enough.
At some point, you got to see, once you have nothing else to play for.
Right, but the new age of college football, you'd have to call the family on that one. I'm just saying.
No. Not if he only plays in the final 4 games.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
He plays in the final 4 games.
Look, don't ruin it, man. He's going to be balling out for your Huskies next year.
Or you get the Huskies OC, and he comes and balls out for him.
Okay. No, I mean, Jim, listen.
See, there was a method to my madness with Grove.
Here's the other thing. Michigan, like there's a phrase in football, it's just leakage, right? They don't allow leakage. They don't take penalties. They don't turn it over. They're willing to, punt, play defense. And they are consistent with what they do. They just come after you. I don't have a way. Are there other games in the history of the rivalry where I've been surprised? Or like 1995 is a great year. I mean, that was Saban's first season. He didn't have his pieces. And Michigan was a really good football team, and they found a way. But here's the difference. Derek Mason played in the NFL. Muhsin Muhammad played in the NFL.
See, that's what I'm
Tony
saying.
Banks played in the NFL. We don't have any of that.
You don't know if these young guys will be those guys that later down the road you're like, oh my God, Gates Jr. really was just like his father, except for he's a foot shorter.
I don't understand. I will say this, and I'm not trying to make it like Sparty Radio, but like I don't understand once Tuck got fired why they didn't begin playing more of the younger guys. I don't. And it's just, look, there are players, and I'm not going to go down this list, but there are guys that I thought were going to contribute this year who just don't play. It's a very bizarre thing, and we can talk about it off the air. But like last week, I'm at the wedding I was at, and we're watching some guy named Pete Majid out there running all over the place, killing people. I'm like, who the hell's Majid? I had to look him up. I'm going, who is it? He's a walk-on who's playing linebacker now, and it's look, I guess for me. Once I watch the game, I mean, Jim, we'll be together, and it's like maybe the animal is out of the cage at some point, but I am at a point where I know there's just not a lot of hope. And it's not a good product. And these coaches won't be here. I think half this roster won't be here. Show me.
I think that's what it's. It's almost a where's your pride? Who's going to be here? Who does this really matter? Because you're when you see the players out on the field, Cookies, you're seeing 85 free agents. You're seeing 85 guys who don't know what their future is, who don't know they're playing next season, and they're playing for themselves. They're not playing as a team. They're not looking out for each other. That's why you're getting the fumbles, the interceptions, because instead of just going down, I'm going to try and get these extra couple yards. I'm going to try to get this highlight reel so that when I shop myself around, I'm more marketable.
And is it wrong that that's taken? Now, this is where Jim calls me old man yelling at clouds. That's where my love for college football's in a weird spot. I used to be able to fall back on, look, man, that's where I went to school. These guys are here. They're one of us. Like, we're going to go and, you ride with them. But now I feel like you have kids at schools they never intended on being on because there's a check. Yep. You got kids who want to leave who stay because of the check, or kids who leave because the check ain't there. I think you've got certain guys on this team who have already opted out mentally, and it's just hard for me to be like, all right, well, I got to care.
I'm not going to call you old. I do think we lose some connective tissue when the rosters change as dramatically as they do year over year. Because it used to be you watch these guys, you went through the journey with them from freshman to senior year.
You were in math class with these guys.
Well,
it's different
and now it's you swap them in, swap them out. Every year is a vastly different football
It's a community
team.
college.
Okay, 10-year anniversary of the Rose Bowl. I'll give you an example. I think there are two of my favorite Spartans of all time who never would be here long enough to blossom into the people that they became for this team. Tony Lippett, Jeremy Langford.
Yep.
In today's college football, they wouldn't have had the 2 and 3 years respectively to blossom into those dudes.
Yeah, because neither guy had a position. Both played on both sides of the ball, and then finally they're like, you're a receiver and you're a running back. Let's go.
So as much as, though, you look at this and say it's changing, I don't know if I like this, I get it, but I think the way the sport's evolving kind of helps a program like Michigan State. With a 12-team playoff, with the ability to hit the portal and flip a bad situation to a good situation potentially in 2 seasons.
It can.
Like I know it's different and it's not what you grew up with and it might not feel the same, but the rules and the changing of the guard of the sport, I do think puts Michigan State in a better position as a program.
To move forward, maybe.
Yes.
Tonight?
No.
Tonight does not help me.
No.
But no, listen, man, here's the deal. I think it's something, you look, full disclosure, right? We talk obviously a lot off the air.
Mm-hmm.
My concerns with Tuck all off season. Rico, how many times did I have a phone call with you and I'm like, bro, something doesn't feel right?
No, you did.
And then you hear some things.
Mm-hmm.
I never, swear on a Bible, I never heard this.
No, we never thought of any of this.
I heard he was doing some dirt and different things and not behaving himself. But my bottom line is, you know what? Take a number. College football coaches, most of them are dirtbags. The point I'm making is, my concerns, at least now it's done. I can take the beating tonight. Michigan, do whatever. They're going to walk in, win 42-6, take the beating, and you move forward. Because you know what? It could be worse. You and I were watching a game earlier. What did I say to you? I'd rather be a State fan than an Arkansas fan today. They're sitting there with Sam Pittman. They've lost 6 in a row. They just lost 7-3 at home.
They're dying on the vine.
If at least we're not going to do the whole tuck hot seat 24 routine.
Right.
It's done.
Kick the can.
We're
What about a
moving.
buyout? Yeah, that whole thing. You don't have to deal with that.
And if you're out there and listening, you want to go, oh, Mike's trying to find a silver lining. I don't have anything else. Okay, we're 24-point underdogs
Listen,
tonight.
it's not a good thing that the coaching hire was
No.
this big of a disaster and left the program in this level of disarray. I think tonight Rico's right. The first 10, 15 minutes of this game will tell you everything you need to know about the level of fight, how competitive and how close. Because if it does end up with the ball in the turf immediately, going the other way, maybe you're going to want to cover
Or
your
better
eyes,
yet-
avert your eyes.
Better yet, like here's where you get yourself in trouble. What year, Rico, was it 16 or 19 where they came to Spartan Stadium? And MSU's O-line was bad. It was the team that had not Tyler Higbee, that's the tight end. The kid from New Jersey, he quit football, Theo Lacusa, whatever it was. They came out, and they lined up and pounded the rock on this opening drive. It was out of nowhere. I remember Rieger texting me, oh my God. And I'm like, oh my God, they're up 7-0. How? We haven't been able to score all year. I don't know if that was 16 or what it was.
I think it was 16.
Wasn't 16, no.
I think it was 16 because I think 18 was the Devin Bush 7-7
Yes, so the
game.
point I'm making is they came out and you go, oh my God, we're in the mix here. It's 7-0. What I don't want to see is you come out tonight, Michigan defers, and it's 3-and-out punt, 7-0. Like, there has to be a buy-in. The team has to give that stadium a reason to buy in.
Right.
Or listen.
Or you know what you can't do? You can't drive all the way down there and turn it over in the red zone.
Look, bottom line is,
Killer.
if this thing goes
Or
sideways
later.
early, Spartan fans are going to leave. It's going to be a home game for them, and they can do whatever they want. They've earned the right. They're the best team in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Big Ten runs through Ann Arbor, man.
We'll get some scores. College football Saturday, a lot to get to. It's all coming up 97.1.
All right, Moran Buick GMC, big sponsor for today's show, and here's the deal. You're going to get the best prices, period, always with Moran Buick GMC. MoranExpress.com. You get the free loaner vehicle, you get the certified service, and you're always going to get the best deals, like the 23 Acadia, 24 months, $266 a month. They got you covered. It's all there. So check them out, MoranExpress.com. You're always going to get the best price, period, on Telegraph, just north of Eureka and Taylor, or at MoranExpress.com. Moran Buick GMC, we are professional grade.
You might not realize it, but tonight you made a difference. Tonight you ordered a little love, hope, and pizza. Because even though you just ordered a pizza for dinner, that one little purchase helps make a big difference. For every pizza purchased in the month of October, Hungry Howie's will make a donation to the National Breast Cancer Foundation, all on our way to raising $5 million. So this time you didn't just order pizza. You ordered a little love, hope, and pizza.
Hungry?
Howie's.
Experience fall's beauty as you find new roads in a new Equinox from Moran Chevrolet. Stop in or shop online at MoranExpress.com from Moran Chevrolet, where you always get the best price, period.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
To redefine yourself.
To improve yourself.
to challenge yourself.
To realize there's more in you
Than you ever knew.
that you could do.
Means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools,
The best training.
the best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
So you can be all you can be.
Rivalry Week with Valenti, Rico, and Costa on 97.1 The Ticket.
We've been having fun today. Michigan State rivalry.
Not bad.
Rivalry Saturday. Kickoff at night, Spartan Stadium. And Mike, scores all day in college football. We've been giving people the storylines to pay attention to. It began with an Ohio State victory against Penn State. What do we have now?
So 20-7 at the half for Tennessee in Tuscaloosa. Haven't scored since. 34-20 Bama. 4 minutes to go in the fourth. Oregon's up big. Missouri's up big. There's not a lot. And I'll give you the drama. You want the drama?
I want the drama.
Texas was up 21-0 on Houston.
Then?
It's 24-21 Texas.
Narrow
Fourth
game.
quarter.
Yep.
There's nothing else super relevant.
What about
there's
Iowa?
things-
Iowa's on upset alert.
Great. 12-10.
A thriller. And he's not making it up. A 12-10 football game.
Real barn burner. There's games that Jim and I care about for Cash the Ticket Nation, but that's a separate endeavor.
Right. Hey, tell me about Wake Forest, Mike. In terms of big storylines today, I think the story was, one, what Alabama's done in the second half to Tennessee, and what Ohio State did against Penn State. Top 10 matchup, undefeated Big Ten schools. The question is, who's the best team in the Big Ten?
Michigan.
And if it's Michigan, who's the biggest threat to Michigan? Is it Ohio State after today's game?
I would say Ohio State because Penn State right now has no explosiveness on offense. I mean, Singleton and Allen are awesome running backs, but they can't get loose. And passing, dude, Drew Aller, when you and I arrived here at the broadcast site, was 10 of 27.
Oh.
Yeah, sad trombone, exactly. So I can't do it.
Well, think about this, too, because all the numbers on explosive plays for Penn State, it's Aller, and they need to take more shots.
Right.
Their run game isn't generating explosives either, which is, I think, a little more damning because the
defense is really, really good, but
yeah.
I struggle against Michigan's defense and looking at what they are. How do they get to 20? You know, you're really going to win a 13-10 game against U of M? I doubt it.
It's dicey. Dicey if that's the only path to victory.
But here's the deal. It's a long season. And, I mean, Penn State's got – you know what? Sometimes a loss could be the best thing for you. You figure some things out. You change some things. I don't know. But you and I watched it. I did not like anything I see. I don't think Drew Aller's capable of beating Michigan. And McCord, let's be clear, they won the game. But even with the cheat code of Marvin Harrison, McCord was not good today.
So if you're Penn State, you're not out because of the three-way scenario where if you win and Michigan beats Ohio State, you get into some round-robin deal. Do they just say, we got to rip the Band-Aid off? We can't be playing scared anymore. We got an elite recruit at quarterback. We got to start throwing the ball down the field.
The thing today...
Reckless abandon. What do you have to lose? Because they're not dead yet.
No, I know that. The thing today, and then we'll get to Michigan State, because I want your prediction, Mr. Close Game. Penn State might not have the horses out wide. Because, look, as much as I want to knock Aller, there were certain plays, he checked it down early, he didn't let the play develop. Their receivers were not getting open. They were not getting open. So Allen Robinson is not walking out of that tunnel. Joe Juravicius is not walking out of that tunnel. Bobby Ingram is not walking out of that tunnel. They don't have it. And again, I don't think they have a big presence at tight end either. There's no Freiermuth here.
No, they do not have the downfield weapons. So it goes hand in hand with the fact that they don't have a deep ball.
The way Michigan plays ball, they're going to clamp down on you.
And are you really going to go 14-play drives repeatedly and win a game?
And again,
that's dicey.
You know, it's funny, too, and I hesitate to ever use COVID year results. But, like, even the year State went down there in front of cardboard people and won, dude, they were throwing moon balls. It was Lombardi to Ricky White. They connected on a couple of deep balls. They didn't drive the field because you can't drive the field on U of M. You can't do it. So, yeah, hey, you can give your prediction to the people because we got about 60 seconds left in the broadcast.
On a hot clock.
Look, over-under on FanDuel for State. Team total is 10.5. I'm taking the under. 42-6. Sell me this pen, Jim. Sell me this pen.
What I was going to give you is a 34-17 Michigan win.
I'd be elated.
17-point victory. Game not in doubt in the second half. I'm not trying to faux sell it. I think Michigan wins. Michigan's a better team. The question is there a pulse in East Lansing? Is there a pulse coming out of the tunnel?
No.
Do they show up with all these ideas in their head about what we can still do? Our season's not over. It's now or never in a rivalry game. But, Mike, the reality is that wears off. The biggest motivational speech, the adrenaline, it wears off. And then for Michigan State to keep it close, You just can't beat yourself. If they don't fumble the ball, if they don't throw interceptions, if they play field position, stop the run, hold Michigan to some field goals, hold on for dear life.
Wrap this up. I want to talk to a couple Michigan guys.
All right,
here.
we'll let you do it. That's all I got. All right, Mike's taking off. We've got the game coming up. Stay tuned. Don't leave your headset. With Doug Karsh, John Jansen, the broadcast, all of it's coming up. Appreciate the crowd, people coming out today. Fiji House in East Lansing, Michigan State, Rivalry Week. Thanks, guys. 97.1.
Every snap of the game, you catch every pass, every play, every interception keeps you warm in minutes.